when she took it, she ran off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so scared to eat food, and it just reminded me because I've had multiple dogs before. Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's
Betty,
so sweet.
Make sure Molly goes over some of my text messages. I've read them. Important info. Heels on the ground. Thank you for your Jackie. You're so sweet. I love you.
But you know what I like the most? Now that we're talking about Jackie here, just for a second, one thing that I've noticed is that heels on the ground is really, the tag really started to take off.
No, it didn't take off. It didn't take off at all.
On the ground, it's starting to identify the organization by its name.
The organization.
Yes, oh my God, people hugging Olivia, taking pictures, and
we were at a store today.
Well, because she's your little puppy dog.
And knew
that's
who we were. Why. They wanted to take pictures with us. It was kind of interesting. Obviously
interesting. I wouldn't say it was fun. I wouldn't say it was scary because
it was sweet.
When you get recognized for something like that, you don't know if
exactly.
And that's something that I always, when people say, "Oh my God, aren't you this person?" I'm just like, I freeze. But no, people are like,
because it's all about them.
But this was a little girl that came up, and she's like,
oh. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna have my camera on tonight, but they're just having a self-stroke, even after all of the craziness that they pulled, after everything that they've done. They are having a self-stroke, which I find hilarious.
Olivia.
Yeah, she loved Olivia.
Her eyes.
Her mother.
So they're stroking Olivia because she's their little puppy dog. The puppy dog that actually has them in her pocket. Make no mistake about that, people. Olivia is playing them. Every single person here is absolutely self-serving. And I find the dynamic hilarious.
So sweet.
Her eyes just lit up.
Father was
she's
cool
like,
too.
oh, so we got a video and a picture of this little girl, and I just thought it was super.
Yes, this is live.
Sweet.
And then I came in late, and they were already at the table at the restaurant. And there's this guy with an older guy and a girl, and they're looking, and I saw them because I was the last person to come in, and they were taking pictures of Olivia and Andra. And
were they?
Yeah, that's them. And I go behind the wall.
Whoa.
People taking pictures. And Olivia goes, why? I go, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
they're taking pictures of you because you're assholes.
Pop up of Olivia and Andra trying to fix some chairs and figure out the music. It was for the dinner with what's his name. And I was apprehensive to have dinner with them.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
you're not apprehensive.
And the place was a little noisy.
Oh my God.
Molly Golightly is not apprehensive to have dinner with anyone because it's dinner.
God, guess who bought dinner?
Oh,
so much.
Oh, thank you.
Who bought dinner? Her patrons. That's who bought dinner. The people supporting this bullshit trip.
For the Cash App. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
She paid for dinner.
I did pay for dinner.
Wait. I thought you were using me.
I did pay for dinner, and it was not a cheap dinner.
And I'm fucking up the plan for everybody.
Yeah.
What? You're gonna fuck the hate.
I know. People are gonna
You're
actually think
using
I'm
me.
a dignified person.
You're a cheap person.
I am cheap. Ask my best friend. She'll tell you. She tells the people all day long how much of a cheap bitch I am. She'll use those words. She's a cheap bitch.
Well, it's probably fucking here in Knoxville. I wouldn't know, but I would imagine so, since it's a meth place. She's probably got high standards. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do meth, but if I could find some blow, that's what I'm doing.
Seriously. Can't get any more conservative than this chick right here. But, I'm so conservative. I'm stupid conservative. I was telling Olivia the story about this.
No, you're just stupid.
Pretty bands. Well, I went through, I thought you were.
Yeah. I'm having it sent to her house.
So anyways, I'm sitting there and I went through.
It's not wine that they're drinking, Romeo's heart. They're drinking vodka. It's clearly vodka.
I want to say we worked out for a long time, and I went through between 6 and 12 of the 6 and 10 bands, right? These little 10, $12.
You've never worked out in your life. Shut up.
$14 bands. And my best friend was like, Andrew, you need a Fitbit. I'm like, they're too expensive. They're $149. She goes, Andrew, this is your 7th band. She goes, you've already spent it.
Beauty and brains. I'm so upset by all this hate that you're all getting. What really made me mad was them calling the police. Oh, as far as the police, oh God.
Let's talk about that for a second. Yeah. People calling the police because they first harass people who there's no evidence against. Second, they went into a church, and they filmed a minor without her or her mom's permission, which really, really infuriated me. It made me mad. That made me more mad than anything that I can think of in a long time that I've seen on YouTube.
No. Don't worry. We have to go down to, well, we don't have to, but we're going down to Hawkins Police.
Are you sure you want to go down there? I mean, with all the warrants you have for your arrest down here?
Oh my God. Oh my God. So here's all my crimes. I have a lot of weapons on me. I've brought an arsenal of weapons. I'm video recording small children.
In private places?
Yeah.
In private places.
No, in a church.
You're trespassing on properties that the owners know that you're on.
Planting evidence.
Or planting evidence. Stealing kids' toys out of...
Killing.
I really hope she actually goes down there to that police station. I really hope she does.
Bikes. Children's bikes. What else? What else they do?
I can't remember all the...
Harassment.
Harassment. Nah.
And
yeah, harassment.
I
Absolutely.
think just making it rain today. I mean, you should be arrested for that too.
Oh, I went to a grave.
Oh yeah. You violated a grave
because we dug it up.
Yeah, you dug it up and
the Wells property. We didn't even see a property. That's why we pissed it.
And stalking. Don't forget the stalking.
You're absolutely stalking. Absolutely stalking. Yeah.
Ben is cunning tomorrow.
I love that they don't think that they're doing anything wrong.
So what?
Guess what?
Hilarious.
Tell them to follow us to the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
I think they have some questions for him.
Guess what? Frankly. Honestly, we love Hawkins County Police.
We do.
Yeah, but they don't love you. I promise you that.
Yeah.
They hate you, actually.
So.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, but if there's screenshots of any of my mods talking shit about me somewhere, things happen.
So even your mods are turning on you?
Really? They let you bring weapons on the plane, laughing my fucking ass off.
Oh, well, she's got places to put those weapons. So
I stuck them up. I have 2 holes down there.
You've been in jail before. You know how to hide a shiv.
I've done a hard time.
Let's just be honest. They would fit. They would fit. Like, the hard part would be actually keeping them from falling out. That would be the hard part. That would be the difficult part.
Right? You know how to hide a shiv.
Hardened. I'm hardened.
Like 40 years. Like 40 years of hardened stuff, and across multiple states, and they're so concerned about us going on to look for coming on property to look for a 5-year-old missing child.
I mean, if I was Homeland Security,
shit out of women, that's okay. I mean,
oh yeah,
as long as he's making children
look who shows up.
And God knows what else. I mean, that's okay. But geez, let's not go on any property.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I know who here loves me. You've walked out that door. You don't get to come back.
Mm-hmm.
If you are on that block list, that's where you're going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust anybody. And it hurts me and pains me to say, but if you're going to be two-faced,
if you weren't such a shithead, people wouldn't turn on you.
Get Andrew to do karaoke.
if you're gonna be two-faced, if you're not gonna be, if I can't trust you, and well, I don't trust anybody, but
I got trust issues too.
yeah, and so does Olivia.
Comes with the territory.
Too many people. Listen, if you walk out that door, you don't get to come back. So, I don't
remember.
Need it.
Always remember. What is it? Cream rises to the top.
Oh, always does.
No, cream
So,
lands on
listen,
your face when you're lucky.
Where
And
human
floaters.
right? And floaters. Exactly. Oh, I think we got a floater in the house. Oh shit! I won't get down.
Yeah. See these two women? They have, like I've said many times in other chats, they have suction cup circles on their bathtubs and they can't get them off.
Oh, thank God mine sinks.
God.
Oh,
So,
we're going to hell.
You want to turn your back? You can turn your back, and I'm totally okay with that. You
Please
can
turn
bash
your
me
back.
as much as you want.
Please.
You can tell me I'm wrong. And you can question.
Hope floats.
And you want to know something? I will say one thing. The fact that there are people trying to minimize any sort of accomplishment that we're making. Just remember,
You're not
we're
making
in a
any
place that
accomplishments.
none of us have ever been to before.
Mhm.
We know nobody.
Mhm.
And remember, they were working on other cases.
Mhm.
You don't know anybody because nobody likes
So
you.
No, how would we be able to do that? We didn't have you then.
come on over,
Oh,
hon.
no, I'm okay. Thank
You don't want to say anything to the crowd?
Today,
Not today.
Come on, just say hi.
I worked very hard today.
Just
Work very
say
hard.
hi.
Just come say hi to everyone.
Come
You will say
hi. Just
You
say
were a
hi.
good boy today.
You were a good boy.
You earned yourself a Kit Kat.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
So
It's
it
good
was a-
night.
Tell us.
So it was a long day. We've been up.
Careful what you say,
Like 12 hours, something like that, out in the field working. I mean,
You did nothing.
I was totally
You accomplished nothing.
I don't have any shoes on, but my socks are
What
in
are
the
you
dryer.
What are you doing?
There it is, folks. The most fuckable face in prison.
You're just wasting time.
Did you take
So
my
I'm
clothes
eating
out?
good. I'm gonna get
Lots
some
of
sleep.
sugar.
Crack of dawn tomorrow morning. First light. We are out.
We are
tired,
I'm
Jonathan.
tired.
Oh
I'm
my-
exhausted.
But you didn't do anything.
But
Oh, I went
You're
through
just
those woods.
partying.
Oh man, it was a tough
I
day.
thought you
You know what's funny is even a douchebag like that wouldn't fuck either one of those women. Like even the most unfuckable douchebag ever would not touch either one of those fucking women.
were having a vacation.
This
This
is no
is-
vacation.
This is a party.
They're grilling me based
This
off
is
what you guys, some of you
yes.
haters out there say to us. It's been a very, we're working different angles here, different tactics we're doing.
Yes.
You know, we're getting
Of
tremendous
what?
amount of insight, you know, and it's all
Tremendous amount of
we're
what
circling the
insight?
wagons around the wells.
What insight? Like filming children without their permission? That's the insight you've got so far? Like that's literally like the most insight you've gotten. That's literally the most.
House of Horrors, Hills Have Eyes,
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Beverly Hillbillies, Eddie from the Griswold.
How great was today?
I'm seeing all of that in this image right here.
Compound.
How great were the people today, though?
Oh my God.
How great was just everyone off Ben Hill Road?
We
So
had an
everyone on
amazing-
Beach Creek. Everyone on
Creek.
Beach Creek. We went.
Thank
We
you,
literally
Beach
looked
Creek.
for summer wells. Probably about the.
Now we're just having fun here, folks. I'm just like talking shit because it's fun. So I'm not in serious mode right now. Okay.
12-mile radius, all down Beach Creek. Every single almost abandoned shed and building. We talked to neighbors, people from the community, and it was pouring down rain. And we're talking like 40s, like low 40s.
Soaking wet.
I wasn't prepared for the weather. wasn't prepared for I knew it was going to rain, but I didn't know it was going to rain that hard. And it was cold, man.
I knew it was gonna rain, but I didn't know it was gonna rain that hard. Like it's gonna rain, dude.
That rain gets cold. It was foggy out there. My feet were just absolute soaked. We were through the hollers, the edge of the mountain, through the woods there.
Yeah, you're not the only thing. Your feet aren't the only thing that's soaked right now in that room.
Winters.
Along Beach Creek.
Cut.
I mean,
Olivia cut her hands.
looking because we're told, you know, even Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has came forward and said, check the sheds, all in the area. So that's exactly.
I can promise you that at no point did Sheriff Lawson interact with these people or give them any type of advice other than get the fuck out of town.
What we did. That's
It's slippery
exactly
grounds.
what we did. It's slippery. There's leaves on the ground that make you feel tired.
Jonathan, what time were you up this morning?
Yeah.
That we've been doing since we've been here. You know, it makes me feel good. It challenges myself. I love working with others, you know, and
Well,
it's
yeah,
a good feeling. You know, I do feel like we're making progress on this case, and you know, the more pressure on the wells and the more spotlight that we can all collectively, even you guys out there, hashtagging Summer Wells' name,
Find Summer Wells.
find Summer Wells, you know, putting
Wheels
her
on the
name in the
ground.
spotlight. I think we're going to get answers. We're going to get, you know, accountability time and answers on what happened to Summer
Wow.
Wells. So good night. I'm going to eat a.
He just disappeared. Did you see that?
I know, but he's ready to
Like,
go to
he
bed.
just-
And he's gonna.
He just
he's gonna have
disappeared.
breakfast bars or
The
something.
dude is not even human. He's a fucking demon. Did you guys see that? Am I losing my shit or what? Like that dude just straight up just fucking vanished.
Hey, Richard.
Dick.
Just joking. Have a good night, JLR.
Like I've never seen.
Say good night back.
I can only imagine that that's like the speed that it takes for someone to really want to get the fuck away from these two idiots. Like I would I feel like I would have that same power. If I was like in that same room with these two fucking jackasses, I would just fucking disappear. Like vanish. Just poosh, I'm out.
Nothing. Can't get nothing out of the man. He's tired. He's done.
I
Nothing.
can't believe today. And I didn't even want to go.
No, she didn't. She was
I was
asking.
like-
She's like, "Can I meet you out there?" I'm like, you
No,
can.
get up.
You can if you
This
want
is
to."
just-
Now, you guys notice that Molly Golightly's hair is different. I was wondering what they were doing all day. But she clearly look at her face. Look at her face. Sorry. It's clear that she went somewhere and got her hair done. So this is where her patrons' money is going to. This is what's funding this trip. I'm gonna go to Knoxville and I'm gonna act like an asshole. And on top of it, I'm gonna go get my hair done.
Oh, trying to act like you're innocent. You can if you want to. No. You were like, get up now. No.
Actually, it's not true either. What I said, I told her
She's
to
mean.
get out of bed. She comes downstairs in pajamas and stuff. She's like, "Well, you know, I need to."
There you
wash
go.
my
There's
feet
the
to go out
vodka
in the rain."
munchies
She just
right
needs to
there.
say, screw the hairdresser. She just needs a shower. Oh, rain shower.
Look at the vodka
golden
munchies
shower.
kicking in.
No,
Have you ever had a golden shower?
hell no. But I do know what it is.
I know what it is too. Have you ever, you know what a blumpkin is?
I don't really have
A blumpkin, by the way, guys, is how both of these women were conceived.
conversations like this with you.
With me?
Golden shower, you freak. You're
You
closet
are.
freak. Super freak. Super freak.
Super freaky. Now.
This is where everyone's money is going to. And she has like 1,000 people in her chat too, which I think is hilarious. Like they're all just happy that their money went to this bullshit. I love that.
Jen, Andra, please. Oh wow, 458 likes with 1,300 people here. I guess we suck. I guess I'll end it. Andra, please inform us of the felonies you have that BK made up to law enforcement. I think you need to carry a sign that also says "Lock BK
Why
up."
why are her glasses all fogged up? What's emitting from below to get her glasses all fogged up? I mean, was it because JLR was in the room? Like, what's going on where these two could totally just go into his room right now, all vodka the fuck up, right? And they're not gonna do shit, or he's not gonna do shit. He was just like, I need to get the fuck away from these people. And like, for that douchebag, for that piece of shit to fucking reject these two pieces of shit, what does that say about these two pieces of shit? Something is really amiss as far as their dynamic goes.
BK is a joke.
First off, first of all, I'm a felon. I've been charged with literally 2 crimes. I have been convicted of literally 2 crimes in my life. I've been charged with a few more, but literally been 2. I mean,
Did you kill anyone?
no, haven't killed nobody. Haven't made
Have you
anybody
killed a
disappear.
dog? And
Haven't killed a dog. Haven't killed an animal. I've never even hit an animal.
No, you never hit an animal. You hit your husband, and you didn't kill anybody, but you tried to.
Before.
Yeah.
No disappearing. No smoking pot while driving. Haven't drank and drunk.
Well, that's good. She hasn't smoked pot while driving, but as long as you're doing cocaine while you're driving, you're good.
Drove in 2 decades.
That's bullshit.
Learned my lesson. But other than that, I mean, I guess people need to do some better research, but it's neither here nor there. I'm definitely not a felon. I've got a.
Well, did you know?
You're definitely a felon. You're most definitely a felon.
Embezzled money from the FBI.
Oh, from the FBI. Wow. You're not buried under the jail? IRS hasn't come get you yet? IRS always wants their money. They don't care where you embezzle the money from.
I embezzled money from the FBI.
Wow. Man. Can you show me how to do that?
And I
The FBI doesn't have any money.
An active duty military person's career forever. No, she wasn't active duty military. She wasn't even a part of the military. She was just a contractor. Her husband was the actual contractor. It was just his wife. So she wasn't. So anyway, we can move.
Hey guys, roll the super chats in because I need a shit ton of vodka so I can fake a trip. Okay, please. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Okay.
Oh, and then to get back to the meeting with Don, we decided not to meet him, but he sobered up this morning.
He sobered up.
And then decided to call us and realize what he said and decided to cancel it and tell us we need God. We told him we think
he also
needs
called
God.
me.
Okay, so I don't doubt that happened, but I'm gonna do something here because I'm going to speak up on something real quick. Benny, what is his name? Benny Keys. Benny Keys is somebody who I have kind of made it a point to kind of distance myself from for the most part. But I caught his live tonight. He actually had an interview with Don Wells. And it was a very productive interview. And Don was quite sober. I'm not necessarily advocating for Don. Hey, Coda, come on. Sorry, the dog's barking. Hey, thank you. I'm not necessarily advocating for Don, but and I don't agree with what Benny did as far as going down that hill with a log and and threatening people. But listening to him, maybe he's got anger issues, whatever, but he seems like the type of guy to take accountability for that. And he seems like he regrets that. And but I got the impression that he's got a good heart. So I think that he's doing the best that he can with this situation as far as and I think he's doing like I said, the best that he can with this situation. And he's not doing bad. He's not doing bad things in the slightest bit. Samantha, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm not going to stop calling out the BS. I'm not. Crude AF's not going to stop calling out the BS. And all these other creators, including Toast, she's not going to stop calling out the BS. We are I think I could speak for us all when we're saying that we're having a good time calling this BS out. So don't think that we're going to stop. We're not.
Math had.
Oh yeah, and an N word.
And an N word.
And a B word. Probably a couple C words.
I love how people. I love how two people who say the N word, and they say the N word. People who say the N word regularly because they feel comfortable with it, and they probably argue about the idea of not saying the N word and why not, freedom of speech, blah blah blah. Because they're definitely the types of people to do that. Now they're saying the N word and wording it the N word because, they don't cost themselves super chats.
No, I think he might be calling you that behind your back.
Hi, Justice.
Oh, there's my baby.
Yeah, we missed you.
I bet you still look prettier than me. Look at these swollen eyes. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed.
I know. We need to go to bed. Thank you guys so much.
We'll be live is that it?
Night. And in a couple of minutes, I will release the video.
And tomorrow morning, stay tuned for the coffee club. We got a lot of stuff to go over.
Guess what, guys?
Is there gonna be a video?
Guys, I'm gonna release.
I guess we're gonna have to go over that, aren't we?
One video, possibly two.
Yeah.
Of what happened today.
I think you really need to release the raining and feeding dog video. That was really important. And
you mean the moral masturbation video?
And the good deed?
I didn't record that.
Oh, that's right.
All right. So we came across a church. And it was a big sign. It was a church right there and in Beach Creek. And it was actually really sad. Two churches that said that the food bank on Mondays
Monday and fourth Mondays
will allow people to come into the food bank and get.
That's so sad. I mean, that's so sad. Did you guys go in there and film children without permission? Did you do that? Is that how you remedied the sadness? By filming children committing a felony? Is that what you did?
Get food. So I looked over and I said,
we want to help the community. We want to help the community of Beach Creek.
And so we each grabbed a card and we
filled it up. We went to this really, they had brand names.
They had a nice.
We got all brand names.
It was a nice supermarket,
but it was really reasonable. And we filled up 2 carts the first round, and it only came up to like $269 or something.
Yeah, like $260.
Hold on, guys, because they're gonna come soon.
$60-something, and I went, wait, what?
We had 2 carts.
So I said, and then they looked at me and they go, and he says, Molly, JLR. He's like, Molly, what's the matter? What are you thinking? Tell us what you're thinking. I'm like,
it's only $267.
I said, it's only $267. And I go, let's grab more.
Only $267.
Mom goes, ay, Dios mío. I go, stay with these and we'll go. So we got toilet paper, tampons,
dog and cat food.
Oh, that's so nice that they got tampons. Guys, I'm gonna call the TBI and release an Amber Alert on those tampons because they're fucking gone. They disappeared.
People that are up, they have to feed.
Didn't have the room.
We didn't have the room. The back of the car, the SUV car, it's filled to the head.
Everything was
like
filled.
We can't even open the back without crap falling out of it. It's that bad. I can't even get to my damn bullhorn.
But that's really ironic because you can't open your mouths without crap falling out of it.
It's that bad.
We're staring at us for these, and I was just like, let's keep going back. And we took a picture and everything, and there were people that were like, those are those YouTuber people.
Yeah.
So
Well, yesterday, you know,
They're
it's
so
funny
fucking
because,
proud of themselves. They're so proud of themselves that people are recognizing them. That's all they give a shit about. Like, that's clearly all they care about. Oh my God, those are those YouTube people. But they don't care that people are looking at them going, those are those YouTube people that fucking suck, that are fucking milking our town and exploiting our town in the name of exploiting a missing little girl.
a guy from the holler is like, yep, it's Betty. So you know what? I'm known in the streets from Florida to Tennessee, baby. Probably further than that.
You're
I think
known in the streets from Florida to Tennessee as K1000. You're a fucking Karen. You are the fucking Karen.
got some Australian people in here and some.
can we get up to 1,000 likes?
I
Can
think
we
so.
get them
Actually,
like
Do you
that?
think that we can get 1,000 likes since
Come on,
this
guys, go out there
1,300
and like
people?
it. What the heck?
Come on.
We can
A
do this.
hashtag find Summer Wells. One thing that we
Hashtag the ultimate Karens.
kept hearing today is that from people that we met is that they like that she's not being forgotten.
Yep.
And one of the neighbors said that
I would absolutely call Don if I could. I don't have a way of getting a hold of him, but and I'm not going to pressure that, you know. I like that he has someone that he trusts, you know. I mean, I would have probably asked a little bit of, you know, I might have asked harder questions than Benny did, but I'm not going to criticize exactly what Benny did, because I think it's really important that considering all the evidence that we have available to us, I don't think it's wrong for anyone to make Don feel very comfortable, because we don't have any evidence to indicate that he's actually guilty of anything, as far as what happened to Summer. So I think it's a good thing that he feels comfortable, and think about that though. Think about that. That right there to me is proof, or at least evidence, not necessarily proof, but some indication, right? Some indication that when he is calling these YouTubers, I love the freeze frame. It's so easy to catch a freeze frame on Molly Go. Like, you just take a second and look at that. It's so easy to catch a freeze frame on Molly Go. I didn't even do that on purpose. But okay, I digress. I considering all the hate that he's getting and the YouTube channels that have suckered him into calling in, it's nice that he has somebody that he trusts to where he feels comfortable and he can actually talk, you know, without getting all of his words twisted up. Now, that doesn't mean that I feel that he's completely innocent. I don't know. I just don't know. But based on the evidence that we have, I'm leaning towards innocence. I'm definitely leaning towards innocence based on the evidence that we have. But, you know, let's do this for a second, guys. Just let's soak that in for a second, guys. That's gorgeous. That's just gorgeous. I wonder why JLR, Mr. I've been in prison for 10 years, is not interested. I wonder. I just wonder. That's all I'm saying. I just wonder.
they're so afraid of being up in that area, in the Ben Hill area, that the person's just really, really scared. But she did agree to talk to us. And
look at how
On the
annoyed.
record.
Look at how annoyed bullshit Betty is right now. Like, she wants to be in charge. She's dying to be in charge.
If they move, people are going to be very, very happy. So,
yeah, get the Coke off your nose.
Just hashtag find Summer Wells.
And guys, I'm not bored. I'm really not. I'm just that fucking tired.
Yeah, we're just tired. So
No, you're just annoyed.
677. Oh, it's all right. Do we really need the likes? My ego's not that big.
Yeah. And my
everything's
nose,
sore.
my poor little nose is peeling. I can't believe.
Yeah, I wonder why your nose is peeling. That's called it's called a work towards a deviated septum, by the way. Stop the blow.
What the hell? I gotta say, when we were out there at TBI, it was so cute because Olivia, you know, she's got the olive skin, the darker skin, and her poor little nose.
Oh, what, Crude AF? What? She's threatening to roll up at my house. I wish they would. I mean, there's no way for them to know how to know where I live. There's just no way to know where I live. But oh my goodness, I wish they would. I mean, guys, we're in Tennessee. You know what I mean?
Nose was so red. It was so red. Just the tip of her nose. She looked so cute. She looked like she had the perfect blush and the perfect little blush tip on her nose.
She cut her hand.
She did.
Dude, Crude, I love you, dude. Seriously, I'm so proud of the friends that I've made in this. And I'm so proud that an old friend joined in. Like, me and John go way back, man. And I'm really excited that John is on board with this because, and this is the thing. I want to be clear about something. Like, before I get into that, I want to continue saying what I'm saying. Crude and Toast, man, like they're good friends, man. I'm proud to call them friends. And let me just say this. I made a post earlier on community. Every creator right now, every creator that is making videos, editing these little clips, these clip channels, and making videos about everything that these assholes do, I'm going to share it. Every single one that I come across, I'm going to share it. The smaller the channel, the better. I want to blow those channels up. I want those channels to get recognition. So all of you small channels, everybody who has any type of the slightest editing skills whatsoever, and you make clips of this bullshit and you catch this bullshit that they're doing, post it, send it to me. I'll share it. I promise you. I want everyone to know what kind of pieces of shit these people are.
I got all these, it was at that same one place.
Aww.
She cut her hand out, and I had all these splinters. I got 2 of them out. But
it was rough, you know, especially trying to climb through all that shit. I was slipping and sliding everywhere. She's got me on film. We're trying to walk to show how many steps it takes for Hunter to get over to. You know, we're trying to, you know, mimic what happened with.
It was funny because that wasn't the first. We've been there before, and we went the real way. And you're gonna see the video coming.
No, she's not. She's gonna cut that. She's gonna cut.
I can't cut that because it was hysterical. And I'm thinking, what is she doing?
I went all the way. I'm trying to count it, and I didn't realize there was a path straight ahead going straight out there. And I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna take me a minute to get there. And looking at.
Look at these drunken idiots. This is where the money's going, people. This is where the money's going. We got no posts today. The only post we got today was from this dickhead on the right. The one that's so drunk that she can't even hold her head up, right? And she, by the way, Burnt Toast posted that she made the best fucking video I've ever seen, dude. The best little clip video I've ever seen, like calling out the hypocrisy in the most beautiful way. It was so amazing. I love it. I love it. And she, you know, it's just proof that these people are just looking for clout. She films some bullshit like saying that there was an abortion clinic that was blown up and she doesn't believe in abortion, but this is too far and blah, blah, blah. While not even 2 days ago, she's sitting here talking about how she is going to blow up somebody's house. It's hilarious. These people are the most full of shit people I've ever seen. And by the way, guys, another win on the freeze frame on Molly Go Lightly, by the way, guys. Take a look at that. I'll let you soak it in for a second. Soak it in. Soak that in. She's shitting her pants right now. Just soak it in. Oh.
standing
Been here before.
I'm usually on take gal. You know, you get me the first time. It's a wrap. And this is one of the first times I've ever had to take a take.
She basically just went around.
I'm just gonna. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna randomly for the next couple of minutes. I'm
we
just
have that
gonna
on
random
video.
freeze
And
frame
I
shit.
was like, she's gonna be so.
Every time I freeze frame on Molly Golightly, she looks like she's taking a shit. Like, I'm just gonna randomly do it. I'm not. Look, I mean, I'm gonna.
Don't worry,
you guys
I'm gonna
can't
find
see me,
something
but I'm gonna close my
embarrassing
eyes.
to do-
I'm gonna
to
close
do
my
for
eyes. I'm
Rosie.
gonna randomly.
Well, guess what? She keeps. Getting videos and pictures of me bent over with my big ass.
Bent over.
And her little, you know, she didn't have the full butt underwear. She got you got that in there.
The thong thing?
Yeah, you
The
can
thong
see it
thing?
perfectly. So
Yo, these two hate each other too. Look at them. Like they hate each other. Like I can't wait to watch this shit implode. It's so funny to me.
I already got something embarrassing. Are you sure you want to? Are you sure you
You could do this all night.
really want to post that?
Oh, poor Summer.
Poor Summer. Yeah, we would.
Yes, poor Summer. I agree with that statement. Poor Summer. Poor Summer. Poor Summer that she's missing. Poor Summer that her parents don't know what happened to her. Poor Summer that she has these two fucking idiots getting the most social media publicity in her name, and they're doing nothing but getting drunk and acting like fucking assholes. Poor Summer, indeed.
We worked I know we're making light of it a little bit, but
She's
you know
with
we
us.
got to. But at the end of the day, we worked our asses off.
All right, see, this is going to piss me off. I'm going to play it, but this is going to piss me off because now they're acting like they're some sort of angels for Summer, and that's just fucking infuriating.
Day we really did. You know, we were out there in that freezing cold weather in the rain. And we were standing out in the rain before we remembered we even had umbrellas.
And let me point something else out. You know, I'm having fun with the stream or whatever. You know, this is different than what I normally do. But let's talk about the conditions that, you know, Boob Hard Betty is talking about here. She's saying we were in the cold. We were in the freezing cold, blah, blah, blah. This was the hottest summer, okay? Here in Tennessee, this was the hottest summer that I've experienced in a long time, since long before I moved out of Miami. And Miami's hot, people. But this was one of the longest summers and hottest summers. I mean, it was so hot that it bled into the winter. This was these are the first really cold days of the year. It just so happens, and I don't believe in coincidences, people. These last couple of days when these people showed up was when it got actually really cold. It's been like 60, 70 degrees here all winter, all December. Christmas, it was like 60, 70 something degrees. It's crazy, right? And they're complaining about the cold. What about the law enforcement officers? What about all of the searchers that spent months in all of that crazy terrain looking for Summer in that heat? Because I'd rather be in the cold than in that heat. I would much rather be in the cold than in that heat. And these people are trying to martyr themselves like they're some sort of hero. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
We had plenty of umbrellas.
You get that energy, and you just keep on going, and then like all through the day, it was like holy crap, and then holy crap, and then holy crap, and then it ended with holy crap.
What's going on here?
and we're finding out so much about Don, things that
right. You know what? I'm going to do something because I'm grateful for every single subscriber that I have. Every single listener, I'm grateful for them. I'm going to get to the bottom of what's going on here, Be Real. All right? I'm going to get to the bottom. What's going on here? I'm going to look at the chat because I haven't been looking at the chat. So I'm going to get to the bottom of why you feel like you don't belong. Hold on. Now my chat's not showing up. You're saying I have no friends here. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Let me do this. Oh, Be Real. It's because you're being a dick. That's why. What? Okay. You know what? Be real. You know what I'm going to do? Be real. I love that you're speaking your mind here. Okay. Now, maybe I'm wrong. No. It's okay. Be real. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. Because everyone here is welcome. Everyone here is welcome. All right. I don't even think I have any like mods that actually do work. I just have like people that are wrenched that I don't expect to do any work, but I'm not sure that I have any actual like mods that do work. So mods that aren't creators, I should put it that way. So I just put a link in the chat, and I'd really, really love for you to address me verbally so that I don't get the wrong idea of what you're saying in chat. I want to give you the opportunity to address me. Oh, Irish fans are okay. Hey, I want to give you the opportunity to verbally express what your grievances are, and that's okay. Samantha Q, thank you so much. So many people love you, Will, mostly because they know you can't be bought, but because your heart is truly in the right place. Well, thank you for that, because that shit is real. You know, Be Real. I'm stealing your name. I'm Be Real. Got it? I'm Be Real. Come up here and take your name back. Come up here and take your name back.
I never really wanted to know.
He's exposed. There's no, if you honestly at this point after this trip when we put this stuff out, if you honestly believe Don and Candace are innocent and had nothing to do with it, you might be pretty fucking stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm talking.
See, that's the thing. You know what makes them stupid? And not stupid. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I think they're fucking stupid. Okay. I think these two idiots that we're looking at right now are fucking stupid for sure. But, okay. That statement is not necessarily stupid. What it is it's ignorant. Okay. It's ignorant. It's an ignorant statement because those of us who really, really care about summer, right? I can speak for certain creators. I can speak for myself, but I feel like I could speak for Crude AF when it comes to this next statement that I'm going to make. I think I could speak for John in this next statement that I'm going to make. I think I could speak for Burnt Toast in the next statement that I'm going to make. It's not that we think that Don or Candace or Don or Candace are innocent. It's not that. It's that we acknowledge the fact, okay? Let me make that abundantly clear. We are acknowledging the fact that there is not enough evidence to condemn them as guilty just yet. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. And as a respect to every single listener that we have, every single listener, every single subscriber, all of my subscribers, all of their subscribers, as a respect to all of you, we are not jumping to that conclusion because you being in a similar scenario, because you're probably parents. We don't think it's right that you might be falsely accused of something. That's all this is, people. That's all this is. It's nothing else. It's not that we're saying, hey, they're innocent, blah, blah, blah. They're innocent. They're innocent. None of us are doing that. None of us are doing that. All right. Give me just 1 second. I got to prepare for this. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys? I'm so sorry about that. All right, I'm going to drop the link again. I had somebody backstage and then they left. Hold on. Because I do want to talk to people. That's one I haven't heard yet. Barf Bag Betty. Oh, okay. Be Real is here. Be Real is here.
Hi.
How you doing, Be Real?
Hi.
Hi.
I wasn't talking shit about you. I was just speaking my mind. No, because like I felt like everybody. I was just saying, where am I?
Well,
am
what's
I like
fine?
in the twilight zone? I'm just saying, how did I get here? Like I don't even know. I usually don't come to your channel. That's why.
Okay, but you got here and you were speaking your mind in the chat, so speak your mind verbally.
Oh well, ask me. You had some. You seemed that you had something you wanted to ask me pertaining to what I said.
No, I was asking you what was on your mind because I wasn't really looking at the chat. And then I saw
Oh.
that you were having trouble because anybody, just even one person, if I spot them having trouble, and I don't catch everybody, but if I spot one person having trouble, I want to reach out and help. So
Oh no, I
here
wasn't
you
having trouble.
are.
I was just saying that I didn't recognize people like people that I see in other chats. And I'm like, where am I? I was just being like, jokingly. I was
But
saying
before
that like
that, before that, you had mentioned you had made a comment about, how about saying something positive?
oh,
What do you mean
okay.
by that?
I was just being like, how can I say it? I guess I was being like saying, can you think of something positive to say as far as what they're doing? I'm just curious. Because I mean,
No,
I don't
no,
know.
I honestly don't have anything positive to say. Do you? Because maybe I'm wrong.
You know, like as far as like I heard someone on another live say, well, their heart's into it. Yeah, well, you know what? Their heart may be into it, but
Do you
it,
think that their heart is into it?
I mean, I'd like to think that, but let's just
I'd like to
say,
think that too.
yeah, let's just say there was no donations or anything. What pissed me off is that I seen on a live that one of them put up and said, you know, we're here. Where are you? Like that's insulting. Really? Who's
Well,
say like, is it
let me ask you this. Let me word it like this.
okay?
If there were no donations towards them, do you think, because these are well-off people, right? If there were no donations, do you think that they would be out here doing what they're doing?
Well, that was my comment on one of the lives. I said, if it wasn't for donations, would you be there?
Okay. Did you get blocked?
So, I don't know yet.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know until you realize that nobody's seeing your comments.
Well,
But
right. I'll know afterwards. But you know what? This is the thing, and I think that this is where you come from, and other people. Like, you know what? Um, Regardless of what people say, I don't care. I go where I want, and I'll comment where I want. I might not like what people
absolutely.
do or say or whatever, but if I want to speak, I will. Because you know what? There's how many people in your chat? I'm not looking at it. That many of them might not even. They might hate. Well, they say they hate you or whoever. They don't like the channel, but they're there listening because they're going to use it. They want to hear what people have to say.
You know what's funny though is I don't have a lot of mods in my chat right now, and I have
Good.
a few. The majority of my mods in the chat right now are other creators who I don't expect to do any type of, you know, general mod tasks, which are like, you know, deleting people or deleting comments or anything like that. Because, well, let me word it like this. You know, my whole point is that they are my chat in as a whole right now. I'm not seeing a lot of negativity, and that to me speaks volumes in the sense that more people feel like what I'm talking about, what Crude AF is talking about, what Burnt Toast has been talking about, what John has recently been talking about, we're in the right because we're defending the mere concept of a missing child's chance of being found, because
Well,
what they're doing is interfering with that.
well, do we?
What?
Well, I mean, let's think about that.
Okay.
I mean, okay. Well, I'll say it this way: do I know that 101% for sure that they are? No.
That they're what?
That they're cause like they're
Interfering with an
impeding in the
investigation?
they're impeding in the investigation. No, I
Okay.
don't. But does it seem that they might be, or I should put it this way? What I want to say is that are they causing more of doubt and more convoluted nonsense? Yes.
But
I
you
mean,
don't think
they
that
take.
that in itself interferes with the investigation?
I
Because
mean,
you're
I'm
not
not law
looking at this
enforcement,
is
but listen, let
the
me clear. If how can we know for sure? I mean, I would say probably yes, but if we're not in that, it's like saying if you're a doctor and you're doing surgery, are you doing it the right way? Are we a surgeon? No.
I'm glad you made that analogy. So let's explore that analogy for a second. So a doctor has to perform a surgery, right? And it's a public situation, right? Let's say everybody on social media is talking about a surgery that some little girl needs to get, right? Okay.
Right?
You're with me?
Yes.
All right. So there's controversy of whether or not that little girl should or should not get that surgery, right? Now, but it's been decided that that little girl is going to get that surgery. Okay. Now, only a doctor can perform that surgery, correct?
Right. Well, let's just add
Not
this.
somebody else, not
Right.
anybody else, but only a doctor can perform that surgery, right?
Right.
And all kinds of hate is going towards that doctor,
Because
his
maybe there's known
house.
there's like so many, let's say there's more
Wouldn't you
complications.
want that doctor, since he is charged with the responsibility of performing that surgery, wouldn't you want that doctor to have a clear head because that little girl's life is on the line?
Well, you have a clear head. I mean, of course. But
Right.
what I'm saying is that
Okay.
it would be pure speculation because
It's not pure
what
speculation.
what
I'm
I'm saying
asking
is,
you, I'm
oh,
asking
okay.
you a common sense question, actually. So would you or would you not think that since that doctor is the only qualified person to perform that surgery, not a layman, not some civilian, only a surgeon qualified and specializes in that surgery, wouldn't you want to support that doctor? Yes or no?
Well,
Because
yeah,
that child's life is on the line, because that child, whether you like it or not, is getting that surgery.
I mean, yes, of course. But I guess maybe the analogy is a poor analogy because,
It's not a poor analogy. It's actually a
well,
really
think
good
about it. It's
analogy,
law
and I'm glad you
enforcement.
brought it up.
Wait a minute, though. Law enforcement, there's so much more. Now I think about it, the analogy. I mean, I understand, but law enforcement, it, a lot
I'm
they
listening.
they get to exercise discretion, and unfortunately, if it's political or there's a lot of things involved, it doesn't always happen the way it should. That's the
Okay,
reality.
so let's
Opposed to a surgery.
shit can the analogy. Okay, let's just get to the real thing that we're talking about, right? We're talking about a missing little girl,
Right.
right? Do you think that people who are unqualified, do you think that they are helping the people who are qualified, especially after they said, "Hey, listen, excuse me, what we need is for everyone to just calm down and
Mhm.
let us do our jobs. Let the professionals handle this," which they did at the very beginning of this investigation, right?
Mhm.
So, do you think that these people are helping by completely and totally ignoring that request from law enforcement?
Well, I'll put it this way. Let's just think that law enforcement, TBI, whatever, FBI, are doing their thing. I don't think that, they're letting these people sway them anyway. The problem is this: if in fact people
You
are
don't think that
calling
blowing a bullhorn in front of the building would distract them in some way? See, the way that I look at things in the form of a pebble hitting the pond and then ripples happening. We don't tend to think about the ripples and what those ripples may affect.
they don't answer to them. They're not answering to them.
We're not answering to them. Of course, we're
Well, I
not
mean,
answering to
and
them.
TBI nor FBI they don't answer to them. So people
No,
can
they
do what they
don't.
want. That's part of our system,
But
our government
okay,
system.
so you're saying it's justified. You're saying that it's justified now, even though it's legal, but you're saying that it's justified that they go to Knoxville and they start knocking on people's doors. And because think about it, like I said, think of it as a ripple effect. Okay. So if they go and knock on somebody's door who could be a potential witness in court to convict whoever may have done something to Summer, you don't think that may affect the case?
Well, that of course.
Okay, that's all I'm
wait a minute.
saying. That's
But have
all
they
I'm saying.
right? But have they done that? If
What do you
someone
mean
is a
have they done
potential,
that? Of course they've done that. Some guy just showed up to the Wells property with a gun.
yeah,
Now
isn't Elton Perry
he's
in Tennessee?
now a lawyer can take that. If that guy turns out to be a witness, that lawyer can say you were affected emotionally, were you not? Blah blah blah. A lawyer can totally twist that. You
Let's
understand what
just
I'm
hope.
saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. Let's just
Okay.
hope that they're building a case. For example, let's just I'll refer to Barry Morphew. They don't have a body. It took a year. There was some interference. A lot of people were I can't remember their names. The one, that guy that went there
Well,
and talked to Barry.
the Suzanne Morphew case did not even come close as far as social media craziness. Now, there was a lot of social media coverage over it, but there was no interference in comparison to this. None.
Right.
Not even close. So I think that's
Right.
an unfair analogy.
But I
Now,
tend to believe that there, I understand with the social media and the hype and all that and them going there, people can do that, lawfully, exercise their First Amendment right, blah, blah, blah.
and I
But
support
a
the
little,
First Amendment right to
right.
protest.
I mean,
Absolutely. I do.
right. I mean, they could be on the street with a bullhorn, what they were saying. I mean, then they want Don to talk to him. I mean, don't they think Don? Who the hell would talk to somebody after you're calling them a sex offender and you're doing this and that? I mean,
Well,
come
the
on.
protesting is not the issue. The protesting is not the issue, because I don't think that they're actually causing any damage by protesting. I'm saying they could, but they're not. The issue is that they're harassing Don and Candace Wells. They came out there, and there's all the evidence, video evidence that they put out, that they created and put out. Video evidence that they created and put out that they are harassing Don and Candace Wells. Can you deny that?
No, I can't. But listen, think about this.
Okay, so what happens
Maybe
what happens if new evidence turns up to where they need Don for questioning? Right?
Well, he can exercise his Fifth Amendment right and not say shit.
Okay, he could, but will that get justice for Summer? The question is, the ultimate goal here is to get justice for Summer, is it not?
Yeah. Well,
so if it does it not make law enforcement's job more difficult if people are interfering with a potential witness? Yes or no?
Well, yes, but guess what?
That's all I'm saying.
That in itself, if, for example, we'll just say Steve. Steve's a suspect in the or a potential witness, which, as they said, everybody's on the list. They haven't ruled anybody out.
Right.
If you are impeding an investigation, you can be charged with that. So they can do that if they'd like.
Right. But what if they arrest one of them and that gives away some of the cards that they have? Because part of an investigation is not letting any suspects know what they know. Right. So wouldn't it give something away if they arrested them?
Not necessarily, because
not necessarily true, but it might. Yes or no?
Right. But guess what?
Okay. So
I think
that's why it's wrong. That's why it's wrong to interfere with an investigation the way that they are. Is it not?
Right. But listen to it. Let's put it this way. If you're on a jury and they could easily discredit the heels on the ground, whatever they want to call them, just by showing those videos. Look at their behavior. Filming a child in church. It's not a public.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about somebody on this bullshit little team who's already tainted evidence, and she brags about it. She's already tainted evidence, not in this case, but in a case prior that took place. Right? She brags about the fact that she touched the murder weapon, and they had to get her DNA. Now, that right there, if you're a taxpayer, you should be pissed about that. If you're a taxpayer who wants justice for missing or murdered people, you should be pissed about that, because it costs money to do DNA testing. It costs time to do DNA testing, and time costs money.
Correct. Okay. My audio cut out a little bit. Prior to what you just said, are you talking about when she went on the property?
No, I'm talking about a different investigation, not this one. But
right. No, I understand.
Bullhorn Betty admitted and bragged, not just admitted, but bragged about the fact that she touched the murder weapon, and they had to take her DNA And then she
Yeah,
talked about, well,
yeah.
if rubber gloves are now on, latex gloves are now on the wish list. So since people gave us latex gloves, that's not going to happen again. We're talking about somebody who didn't have enough common sense to not touch something without latex gloves. First of all, she shouldn't have touched anything anyway. If you move something from a spot, you're interfering with the investigation. If you move
I have no
anything
idea.
from, yeah,
I have no
that
idea why
happened.
anybody would want to even go there. Like, why would you want to get to that point? That's just to me, it's scary.
So in response to your argument of, if I can find something positive, if they're doing anything positive, no, they're not. They're not qualified to do anything positive. That's my response to your statement and your
Right.
question.
And I think that where it went south is, well, actually not south, but what happened was it started with the Gabby Petito case and all that. And let's be honest. Yeah, they were, in front of the house. What they did, I don't think it made a difference, really. I mean, they could do that. It's lawful. The person that had that footage and spotted the van and came forward, that's the kind of things that's helpful. I mean, that helped them find her body, in my opinion. As far as everything else, did it make a difference?
No. But they did it the right way. That's why there's responsible YouTubers. The difference between responsible YouTubers and irresponsible YouTubers. These people are not responsible. They're looking for clout. They're not looking for justice. It actually boils down to matters of the heart, and I'm proud to have them in my chat right now. I have Kraken Cases in my chat right now. Kraken Cases has actually found things that may be evidence in the Summer Wells case, but the way that they went about it was the right way. They
are those the people that are friends with Don?
Way. They got PIs, they got private investigators that worked with them pro bono, and they went looking and searching and doing what these people are claiming to do, but they haven't done. But they did what these people are claiming to do, and they actually found things that could be helpful. Could be. We don't know if it's evidence or not,
right?
But it could be helpful. And you know what they did? They brought professionals, retired law enforcement professionals with them, and they showed them how to handle that. They didn't pick anything up. They didn't touch anything. They were shown how to tape everything off. It was done the right way. And you know what they did with that? They reported it to TBI.
Is Kraken Cases the couple?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Because I'm not really familiar with
Cam and Ellie. And I'm proud to call them
that's
friends.
News to me. I think that maybe more of that needs to come out, because that's the first I heard that.
Yeah. So these people aren't helping. We're not just out here blowing hot air. You know what I mean? The reason why there's so many of us that are speaking against these idiots, these four morons, there's reason why there's so many of us doing that is because we know that they are not doing any good. In fact, they're probably doing more damage than good.
Well, don't get me wrong. I don't
they're
back
doing more
them.
damage than good. They're
I'm not
definitely doing more damage than good. But they're either not doing anything or they're doing damage.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I don't support them in the way that I as I said, as far as your First Amendment right, okay, fine and dandy.
I get what you're doing. I get where your heart is. You're saying it, and I'm with you. This is what's funny is we're arguing about nothing and we're not actually arguing. We're having
arguing.
but I get what you're saying.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
We agree on the same point. Right. I agree with you on the point that you're trying to make, that YouTubers and social media people can and have been helpful. I get that. You're right. These four people though, they haven't helped anything though. And they're making a bad name for any of the other people that do.
Well, the thing is that right. The thing is, like Andra, Betty, Bullhorn Betty there, it's just insulting some of the things that she's coming up with. At first I kind of thought she was legit and like professional, But she's like, oh, and Chris McDonough and what he. I mean, really? I mean, nobody's perfect, but this guy has experience. He's a retired law enforcement. I'm not saying nobody's. Who knows? They could be innocent for all we know. But Chris, I would trust more of what a lot of things that he has come up with, and he is the original interviews and analysis from Steve Johnson than I do other things. That's real. I mean, that's expertise.
Well,
Steve
he's
Johnson's an expert,
Yeah, he's former law enforcement.
Well, he's still, yeah. Well, Steve Johnson is not former. He is. He works,
I'm talking
nationally.
I'm talking about Chris McDonough.
Right. And Chris still works, he has his foundation, that he works with, a nonprofit. I mean, and since he's law enforcement, he beats around the bush. And I think the last thing that he did with that unedited, video of Hunter and all that, it turned kind of sour and went south. It just didn't handle it right. What did he think? He's going to put it on his Patreon and people aren't going to, put it out there? I mean, it created more of it just creates more doubt and things like that. But as far as TBI, FBI, I think they're sitting there eating their popcorn, falling off their chair like, oh God, I mean, they know a lot more. I mean, they have to. I would hope so.
I mean, that's the whole point right there. I'm glad that you said that, because they're trying to say that the TBI, their whole narrative is that nothing's being done, that law enforcement isn't doing their job. But I have no doubt in my mind that they are. And the reason why I don't have any doubt in my mind that they are is because I'm not law enforcement. I'm not. Yeah. So these people don't even have enough common sense to even read something correctly. They can't even read something correctly. So who are they to say that law enforcement isn't doing their job correctly? Just because
they're not working with them, they're not talking with them. I put it in one of the chats in one of the lives. I said, are you meeting with TBI or FBI? They don't answer any of my questions because they can't answer it because it's a no. They don't want to, or I should say, they don't want to answer it.
Well, it's because you don't want to give the public, because if somebody's out there with Summer right now, or if somebody is out there who did something to Summer, you don't want to give your cards. You don't want to show what you know. Right. You know what I mean? Because that's going to give them a head start on whatever they're going to do.
Right. They can build a narrative around what TBI or FBI knows.
Right. It's just look at any past case. You look at the Richard Ramirez case, right? The serial killer in California in the 90s or the late 80s. You look at him and they had evidence. They have evidence of his shoe, right? His shoe was the only shoe, literally. I mean, what are the chances of that, right? The only shoe that was shipped to LA, and he had that only pair, right? It was a very, very unique. It was the most unique pair you could think of, and they had a shoe print, right? So they were able to track that shoe. But the thing is somehow or another, the press got a hold of that, right? And they had to plead with the press, like, don't release this information. Please don't. This is our only chance of catching this guy. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm getting at?
Well, think about this.
So this is why law enforcement keeps things close to the vest. This is why law enforcement keeps their hand close to the vest, because they don't want the perpetrator, their opponent, to know what they know. So that it's easier to catch them.
Like the sheriff said, we're not ruling anybody out. That right there speaks volumes. It makes everybody squirm. All the people that seem like potential suspects, which they didn't name who they were, did they? But social media seems to have named them
and that's a problem.
Right.
So that's okay. We're in agreement here. So what I'm saying is, law enforcement, we don't know what law enforcement knows. We don't know. I don't want to know what law enforcement knows. You know what I mean? Because I'm not law enforcement. Law enforcement are the professionals charged with the responsibility of finding Summer. I don't want to know what they know. I don't think anybody else should know what they know. I want them to be able to do their job and do it diligently. I want them to be able to do their job and do it sufficiently.
Right.
And that's it. So to sit here and be these idiots who just can afford a plane ticket or can afford a road trip, and all of a sudden, just because they're able to do that and come to town, that doesn't mean that they're qualified to investigate anything. Because since they've gotten here, they've done diddly shit. They've done nothing.
Right. But guess who? But who started from the beginning? Who started the big mess? It's Don, or mostly Don. It was him. He went on every social media. He created the circus.
That's a different conversation.
Well,
and I'm not disagreeing with you. That's a different conversation, though.
And everybody was so intrigued. I hate to use that word intrigued, but like it made me sick. Like people are like, oh, Don's on my channel. Who cares? He's a piece of, in my opinion, he's a piece of shit.
Okay,
you know
but does that make him a murderer?
Talk to him.
Does it make him a kidnapper, a murderer, or a sex trafficker?
No, it doesn't.
Right.
But I wouldn't. I would have no desire to talk to him because of the nature or the behavior. He has issues. He can't tell the truth. The guy, and it's a mess. You know, I don't think he watches the videos because
what do you mean he can't tell the truth?
He contradicts himself all the time. It's like he's the one. It's disrespectful to his daughter. The way he carries on. What parent behaves in that way? It's a disservice to his daughter. I just think it's disgusting. And that's where it all started. If he just shut his mouth and stayed off social media, maybe there wouldn't be so much going on. It's part of it. And I'm not saying it's all of it, but he's a contributor, a big contributor.
Hold on a second. So everything true crime says, and thank you for the super chat. As a criminal justice major, I can promise you that these people are not helping the investigation. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I have to, right. But you know what? Time will tell the truth. And I have a feeling, and that's why I just sit back. And sometimes it bugs me out, the shit that I see, like tonight, or earlier I seen, oh, we're doing this and that. Where are you? Like, where are we? Like, really? Where were you a year ago? She just came into this and acts like as if she's giving us something new.
It's only been almost 7 months. So,
well, not a year, but right. But it's like as if we're a bunch of peons and everybody else, a lot of channels and everybody else. We know the things that Betty's telling us is nothing that we haven't heard.
Well, she doesn't even know anything.
And then insinuating
she doesn't even know anything.
With law enforcement, and we're doing this, and we've gotten that. Okay.
All right, I'm going to bring somebody else on.
Okay. Go ahead.
Laasian Home. I can't hear you. You're muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you all?
Doing well. How are you?
We're good here.
Okay.
I wanted to touch on something that came up earlier.
Okay.
When we were discussing the elements, I don't know, it's probably been about 30 minutes ago now. Excuse me, because I'm pretty pissed off because at the Glare, you and I were in chats all through the night, all up until the early hours of the morning yesterday, or earlier today, actually, and watching this shit play out. So
okay.
I'm still a little bit pissed off.
All right.
Because of the whole church video, right?
Yeah, I'm pissed off about that too.
Yeah, I know you were, because we were in chats together. And I saw you commenting, and our sentiments were about the same. But to get to your show tonight, these people are not cut out for this shit, okay? Molly is from Pennsylvania, And she goes there, and on the first day, they act like just a little bit of snow, can't hinder operations in the South. What they don't understand is that in the South, we don't have the manpower or the finances for crap like that, like sleet and things like that,
Right.
Anyway, she just doesn't understand. And she's sitting out there burrowing in the cold as if she's never been in the cold. Isn't her ass from Pennsylvania?
Yeah. She, I mean, I don't know. She says she is, so but I don't know. You know what I mean? But it's not even that. It's just proof that she is completely and totally full of shit and doesn't care about Summer. Because
that's right.
If there was a situation, right? If there was a situation where if I honestly thought that me going out and standing in the cold would help find Summer, I would be out there and freezing my balls off for as long as it took.
That's right.
As long as it took.
That's right. Now, like you said, I mean, this is to prove a point because I'm trying to help. First of all, I appreciate all of you creators who are bringing this shit to light. Y'all are working overtime. You and Crude AF and John Rhimes, so many of y'all are bringing this crap to light.
We're passionate about it, man. What I mean?
And I understand that. And
I want to speak for everyone else, but I mean, I think I can to a certain degree. We're doing this because we're passionate about it, and it's not, at least for me, it's not work. It's not work. I don't think it is for Crude AF. I don't think it is for Burnt Toast, because Burnt Toast, especially Burnt Toast, and Crude AF, both of them, they have careers and they have families that they live with, and they take, you know what I mean? Like, so we wouldn't be doing this, unless we were passionate about it, unless we cared.
Okay. Can I say just a few, there's so much that I want to say. There's a lot of people who are in the chat that I can clearly see. And it's not to say anything about people in the chat. They were not up from 11 p.m. on Saturday night all the way up into the wee hours of the morning that we were. Okay. But there's a lot of them that don't really know how this crap played out. I want to bring something to light that you done. And you haven't even probably mentioned it, but when that came out into the wee hours of the morning, you said, listen, please, I'm begging y'all, do not send me any super chats. Do not send me any money at all. I'm telling you right now, this needs to be stopped. And I'm fixing to put something publicly. I'm paraphrasing, but you were going to put something out there publicly to go against them. And you came out with your community post and you said, Molly Golightly, ethically, this is basically wrong. You have to delete it and you have to take it down now. The glare, do you realize? I don't know if y'all realize, but that video was up for 10 hours. A total of 10 hours.
Now, she took it down. In her defense, she took it down. Not that I'm crazy about defending her, but she did take it down.
She did take it down.
But I think she took it down out of cowardice and not out of respect. So I'm not going to give her respect for it. She took it down out of cowardice. She took it down because she saw that people were turning on her, and that's it. Nothing else.
That's right.
She saw that her money was losing. That's it.
That's right. And did you notice the time of day that she posted it? She posted it.
No, I didn't.
She posted the glare.
It was sent to me while I was live. I was talking about something else. And then a fellow creator, and I just out of respect for them, I don't know if they want me to mention them or not, but a fellow creator emailed me the link, and I went over it. And luckily, because I didn't know what I was going over, it was just that their credibility was so solid with me that I was like, all right, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go over it. You know what I mean? And then what happened was I just happened to be looking at the chat and somebody was like, don't show the video, just do the audio. And I was like, okay, don't show the video. And luckily I listened to them because luckily that I have supporters and listeners that I trust and I respect. I took their advice immediately. I just blindly took their advice. And then and I'm so glad that happened because I would have felt terrible if I would have showed that little girl's face.
No, the glare. Listen, there was many of us that were posting in the chat. I know that it was going so fast at like 2 a.m. this morning that you couldn't see it all at one time. But there was many of us that were saying, don't do it. Don't post it publicly. Just look at it. We were saying, just view it on your own because it was so, to me, it was traumatic. But anyway, to get back to my point, I want to tell you that I've been watching you for a while, but I haven't really had the respect, I guess, that I needed to garner for you until the past 24 hours. And I really appreciate you and Crude AF and Burnt Toast. There's multiple.
You've only been watching me for 24 hours?
No, I've been watching you.
Son of a bitch. I'm just kidding.
Come on now. No, I've been watching you for about 2 or 3 weeks, going on 3 weeks now.
Don't lie now. Come on. I was just kidding with you.
It's going on about 3 weeks now, but that's just because I work a full-time job and I really don't have a whole lot of time, But anyway,
no excuses. I'm just kidding. Like you're really easy to fuck with, by the way. But keep going. I'm just fucking with you.
I'll give you kudos to the way that you handled it. It was very, very, very respectful. I appreciated the way that you handled it in the wee hours of the morning that we were all experiencing that. Because I'm going to tell you, when I first saw it and I replayed it multiple times, I don't know if I was torturing myself or what, but Glare, listen, when I first saw it, I was immediately humiliated. Like I was furious. I was thinking, how fast can I effing get there?
Yeah.
I mean, to see the look on that little girl's face and know that she was that terrified. Anyway, I have to give it to you, hun. You were beyond classy. You handled it with tact. And you were you were great on it. And I can't say enough good things about you. And I ended up subscribing at about 3 o'clock this morning to you. But anyway, after watching you for about 3 weeks, that's just because, I'm a Southern girl. I try to keep my shit. But anyway, going back to what I was trying to say earlier with these bitches. Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No.
Okay.
You're fine. Don't worry about
so Molly is supposed to be from the north. If she cannot withstand this weather in Tennessee and the foothills of the Appalachians of Georgia and northern Alabama.
Now let me tell you, where do you live? Don't give me an exact place, but what state?
No. You ain't got to worry about that. I work for the government. I ain't fixing to dox myself, brother. Okay. I'm from northern Mississippi.
Okay. All right. So you live in Mississippi, right?
Northern Mississippi.
Northern Mississippi. Okay.
Yes,
I'm not familiar with Mississippi, but are there mountains there? Is there, I know it's a lot of swamp, but
okay. So whenever people, let me tell you something, Claire, whenever people think about the South, they think about swamps and, it's always hot here and all that. But what they don't understand is that in places like Louisiana, well, actually Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, all the way to South Carolina, we can go from 80 degrees one day to 20 degrees the next.
Right.
Okay. So we are accustomed to this drastic temperature change. But I'm going to tell you something, the Glare. Listen, the fact that this little bit of snow in 40-degree weather is putting Molly Golightly, who is from Pennsylvania, which is where my husband's family is from, in a total turmoil, to where these people are like, they're out there in like all this gear and hot hands and all this shit. I'm like, these bitches look like they're fixing to go out and hunt some deer. It's not even the weather for that. And they can't even fathom this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Can their viewers not see this crap? I mean,
Yeah.
honestly.
you know, and what's funny is they have so many viewers, and it's like, wait a minute, how do you not see through their bullshit? You know what I mean? Like,
That's
how do you
right.
not see through that? It's crazy to me. And they're
That's right.
funding it. They're funding it. Like, and,
That's
and what's
right.
funny is they're not bad people. I will call them stupid. Sorry, but I'm gonna call them stupid. I'm gonna call Molly Golightly supporters stupid. Because all she had to do was just say, hey, we're going on a vacation. You know what I mean? That's the kind of viewers that she has. We're going on a vacation. Can you just fund it?
And they could
and give us the money. And they would have done it. They would have done it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But the more
That's
important
right,
thing, the more important point is if she actually was doing something and she was actually paying attention with the amount of support that she has. Keep in mind the amount of support that she does have.
Yes.
If she were to actually do research and not be such a clout chasing asshole, right? And have the same integrity that I have, that Crude AF has, that John has, that Burnt Toast has. If she had that kind of integrity, she would have made a lot more money. A lot more.
And
that's what's funny to me.
She's too fucking stupid to realize that shit.
She's too stupid to realize that she could have gotten a lot more money by being by having more integrity. It's simple. Like,
yes.
I would support her. I would take my last $5 and support her because she has that much support, because she could bring that much more attention to the whole thing.
That's right.
I would have supported her.
That's right. But these bitches went out there. You got 3 folks from freaking Florida who are year-round 70-degree weather in the area that they're from, and I know where they're from. Trust me. They cannot survive in this shit. And then you've got another one from freaking Hershey, Pennsylvania, who can't survive in this shit. So, I mean, we're in the mid-range here.
Yeah. Let me cut you off for just a second. Mods, please. I want you guys drop links for Crude AF's channel. Make sure you drop links for that. Make sure you drop links for Cracking Cases in the chat. Make sure you drop links for God, I can forget John's new channel's name. I've known the guy for years, and I'm like, I don't even know this new channel.
Who?
John Crimes. But
that's Ace Candle.
Ace Candle. Yeah. Ace Candle. It's pronounced a scandal. A
scandal, yes, but it's ACE Candle.
Right. So please drop links for them. Please drop links for Burnt Toast. Make sure you drop all those links in the chat because I want them to get the right attention. Please. So yeah, I had to put that out there, especially make sure Cracking Cases is doing good stuff, man.
Okay, so let me tell you something. I found Cracking Cases actually through you about 3 weeks ago, and I saw a lot of different backlash because I do a lot of research. I work for the government, so I do my research. That couple is on point.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're receiving so much backlash, and I was watching.
What I'm grateful for is they're actually setting the example of how these
It should be
idiots,
done.
right, these idiots are claiming to do, they're actually doing it the right way. They're actually doing it with the right heart behind it. They're doing
That's right.
great work, you
That's
know,
right.
and I'm super proud to call them new friends, man. Seriously, like
Yeah,
I'm really really into it, man. Like I'm really
that's
like
right.
it's been, you know, you could ask a couple of my mods. Like there was a little period there where I was just like so discouraged because I was like, there's nothing that's firing me up. And the only reason that my channel has ever been successful for anything is because I'm genuinely fired up about something. And this got me fired up. Fighting for the right thing got me fired up. And now here we are.
That's right. And the glare, if you look at it, that's a couple, that's a team, and is actually what I consider boots on the ground, in the actual area, and people who are from there who we should be following, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I appreciate you giving them props this morning, and I appreciate you modding them this morning, because they deserve nothing but respect. And you know that I did not even know until I was watching all this shit play out in the last 24 hours. And I was going back and watching previous videos and junk of them, that even Molly and them tried to dox them for CPS and all. I mean, come on.
Right. And the only reason they did that was because they saw them as competition. They
It was
saw them.
competition. It was out of pure jealousy.
They actually agree with what we're saying right here. They know it. They know it. That's why they tried to
out of
dox them.
pure jealousy.
Because when you feel threatened and you're in the wrong, what you do on YouTube when you're in the wrong and you're a greedy piece of shit, like Molly Golightly is, like Bullhorn Betty is, like Jonathan Lee Riches is, and yeah, like, you know, Chronicles of Olivia is. I'm putting her in there too. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Everybody's acting like,
I don't give a damn what anybody says about her. That girl,
she's not some innocent little fucking bullshit. Just because she's young. No, she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly
that girl
what she's
knows
doing.
exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, she's not fucking fooling me 1 second. I don't give a shit. And a lot of my fellow creators don't agree with me, but sorry guys, she's full of shit, and I will testify to it.
Let me tell you something, the glare. That girl, home girl, what we call around here, home girl, at the end of the day, y'all bank on this shit. At the end of the day, that girl is going to be the one that takes it to bank in the next few years.
For sure. She's all about the views. I saw, and I didn't clip it, but I saw her standing on camera, and they were bragging about views, and she was like, look, I have, you know, this many million views on Bullhorn Betty's on TikTok. Bullhorn Betty has this many million views. You know, she's all about the views. They all have that in common. They all have that in common. And, you know, and she's bringing her mom along, and okay, great. You know, I got nothing against her mom. You know, I don't know nothing about her, but little Chronicles of Olivia, I'm on to her. She is full of shit.
She is. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, a little bit about me. My husband is from a third world country. My father-in-law was in the U.S. Navy back in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. And he was based in a third world country. He had a Filipino wife, and I'm just going to straight up tell you, y'all can trust me on this. What's going on right there is nothing but complete racism, number one.
Oh, that blows my mind. Like,
you know what? I'm willing
to say that their supporters are either ignorant, stupid, or racist, or all of the above? All
Do
of the
they
above.
not do the glare?
Because we're
do they not
we're not
hear-
up here just talking. We're not up here just saying things. All
No.
of us have shown solid evidence of them being racist assholes, criminals, liars, thieves, frauds. We've shown endless evidence of this. And if their supporters still support them, well, they're just as accountable. That once we that's what I'm saying. Once we put out that information and you still support them, I know all I need to know about you.
That's right.
All I need to know about you.
That's
You're a
right.
fucking liar. You're a fucking racist, or you support racism. You either
That's right.
You're either the same thing or you support what they do. You
That's
support
right.
being a racist. You support being a fraud. You support being a thief. You support being a domestic violence. You support being a violent offender.
That's right. And did you notice over the last 48 hours when you hear, I mean, I know a lot of the viewers that are probably in tune to your show right now, a lot of them probably were not up 24 hours a day like we were, watching all this shit play out and catching all these lives and recording all these lives. But do you notice how, just me talking to you directly, not to our viewers, but to give them an idea of what we were witnessing over the last 48 hours?
Hey guys, just so you know, it's the Liaison Home and Glera show now, because you guys are our viewers. You know.
Oh yeah.
We're our UK. Just letting you guys know. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead. Okay. No. It's your show too, man. Right now, since you're up here, it's your show too. I was just fucking with you. It's totally your show. Go ahead.
The glare. Did you not hear in the background while they were doing all these multiple lives that a lot of the viewers that are tuning in even right now did not even see, because they wasn't up 24 hours a day like we were over the last 48 hours? Did you not hear all of the dishwashing that was going on in the background and all that? That was done by Olivia's mama. Did you hear all the dishwashing going on and all the cleaning going on? That was done by Olivia's mama.
They made her a maid. Is that what happened?
She's like an in-house maid.
Listen, I hope she's the one cooking, because fucking Bullhorn Betty was fucking cooking and blowing her fucking nose all over the goddamn food. That shit was gross. I hope Chronicles of Olivia's Mom is doing the cooking. I hope, because that shit was gross. That shit made me sick.
We all saw at 2 a.m. in the morning that bitch did not even wash her hands after she blew her nose.
It was gross. No, when she dug it, you saw she dug her fucking tissue in her nose with her fingers all touching her snot and everything. Shit was fucking gross, dude. Like,
dude, the glare. Look, what we call here in the South, that bitch was 3 knuckles deep in that nose.
I mean, dude, like, I cook all the time. When I cook for myself, man, I cook for myself. And you can actually ask my Patreons, dude. I cook for myself. My Patreon members, I do cooking streams sometimes. I haven't done them in a long time. My Patreon members are mad at me right now because I haven't done a Patreon stream in a long time. But you know, and I promise you guys I'm going to do one soon. I promise, because I've been thinking about it. I've been brainstorming. I just haven't had anything creative to do. That's all. And you know, I just don't want to cheat y'all and just do whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway, I would do these Patreon streams where I'm cooking, you know, and they'll tell you, like, every time I did anything, if I touched something that wasn't supposed to touch something else, I would wash my hands. I wash my hands like 10 times.
That's right.
When I cook, at least, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, and I'm the only one eating this shit. I'm the only one eating it. You know what I mean? She's cooking breakfast for everybody. She's up here bragging, talking about everybody's not awake yet. You know what I mean? But that's right. You know, but I'm cooking breakfast for everybody. And then she's like, blowing her nose and fucking like
Yeah.
sticking tissues up her fucking nose and fucking picking
Like
the
I said, that bitch
leftover
was 3
boogers out.
knuckles deep
It
in
was
it.
gross, dude. The shit was gross.
Like I said, she was 3 knuckles deep in it. And look, the glare. Can I give a shout out to somebody that's in your
You
chat?
give a shout out to whoever you want, man. You're up here.
Okay,
This is the liaison home and glare show right now.
All right. Rhonda said, she questioned, is sanitizer on the wish list? Rhonda, honey, sanitizer is not on the wish list, but these bitches act like they're so germaphobes. Like, y'all probably didn't see it, but Molly Go Lightly, there was a couple of videos, well, 1 or 2 videos where she wasn't wanting to go in. She wanted to pick and choose where she used the bathroom. She would rather go to a gas station and use the bathroom of a Walmart. Okay. And she had JLR drive her down the road to try to find her a hotel bathroom to go and do her crap in or whatever she was going to do, because they had been drunk the whole night before. So he was en route after they had went and disgraced the seventh day Adventist church. Anyway, he was en route to take her to a hotel bathroom, and that's when Bullhorn Betty called them and said, basically, why the hell did y'all leave us here? You know, because they went in there incognito, but that's a lot that some of us on the back burner know that y'all don't know. But anyway, they went back, but it was too good for her. But no, Rhonda, to answer your question, sanitizer is not on their wish list. They probably should add it to their wish list in the future. They're too busy worried about freaking machetes. They're too busy worried about machetes and shit like that when they're in the foothills of Tennessee and they don't freaking need machetes right now. But anyway,
I mean,
the glare, if you don't mind, huh?
They're anti-COVID people. They don't believe that COVID even is a thing.
They don't think that should exist. And listen, I'm Republican all day long, but I'm gonna call shit out like it is. These bitches are using it to their advantage. You notice how she doxed the girl? I'm just gonna call it like it is.
Please, no. Sorry, don't make my laughing distract you. Don't let my laughing distract you, please.
She called voices out for that. Everybody in their right mind knows that Molly Golightly does not, she is anti-vax. She has never taken a vax. If y'all been watching her for a while, you know that she
now
is
that's
highly
something that
addicted.
everybody else has been talking about. I'm not privy to everything that everybody else has been talking about, but I know there was something.
I've been watching. Look,
what's with the Vax card thing that she did? I don't know about that. I know Crude AF knows about it. I know John knows about it. What's going on with the anti-vax thing or the Vax card thing?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready as
All
I'm
right,
gonna be.
So if you know MGL, you know, if you've been following her for a while, you know, ever since like 2016 or before, actually 2014 forward, you know that she is Republican, and I'm not saying anything against that because I'm Republican too. However,
there's nothing wrong with being Republican.
There's nothing wrong with being Republican, but I will, if I see some, I'm gonna call shit like it is. I'm just gonna tell you, she's Republican when it's to her freaking benefit. Okay, so anyway, fast forward. Trust me when I tell you, she is anti-vax. Okay, she doesn't believe in COVID and shit like that. Okay, so with
how
this whole
ignorant is that? Like
she lives in some kind of freaking fairy tale world. I don't know what kind
I see somebody who's like COVID is a conspiracy. I mean, maybe it is, but to say that COVID is a myth and a conspiracy, I'm like, all right, I can't talk to you, man, because I have people that died from COVID, so I don't want to hear that shit.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Exactly, and a lot of people have.
Right.
So I'm gonna call this shit like it is, and I'm gonna try to make it as short and sweet as I can, because I know I've taken up a lot of your time, but I gotta get this crap
everybody
out.
in the chat's loving it, man. Like,
oh really? I can't see the chat.
Yeah, you're a star. You're a star.
I can't see the chat. But anyway, okay, so here I go. All right, so here I go. All right, so I've been following this Bezizich for a while. All right. So she is anti-vax, and I understand that because I am too, to a certain extent. But however, we've got some trying times in the world right now. But anyway, fast forward. So she befriended Voices for the Voiceless, which her name is Angela, and Molly Golightly, when they had a falling out, what happened was Voices actually voiced her opinion on something and stood up for herself. And Molly Golightly and Andra on the back burner said, hey, this basically in a nutshell, this bitch has got to go because she's, you know, kind of, she's speaking out. She's too forthcoming. So all they had at that time to get her on was, oh shit, remember the vax cards, you know? So Angela made Molly Golightly some fake vaccine cards. You didn't know that, DeGlaire? DeGlaire, are you there?
I'm here. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, she tried to play it off when Voices started speaking her truth. Then all of a sudden they come out and start doxing her for the one little thing that she done for them. Well, the one little thing that she done for them was the vaccine cards, or so they say. Okay, was the fake vaccine cards. Now, common sense tells you, okay, Molly is anti-vax, is still to this day, always has been, and I can prove that from many years back. So anyway, she tries to act like Angela at Voices for the Voiceless sent this crap to her, and it was unbeknownst to her. It was unbeknownst to Molly Golightly. Oh, she just sent me these fake vaccine cards, and I'm just stuck with it. Common sense tells you that bitch wanted those vaccine cards so that she could bypass, because everybody and their brother knows that she don't like to wear a mask, right?
Right.
Okay. So she's highly against masks. She's highly against vaccines, which I am too, to a certain extent. But damn, you was the one who went and you're trying to dox her for that. But she chose to dox her after the woman chose to speak her opinion of something that she thought was wrong, that they were viewing was as wrong. All she did, all Angela did was try to, it's beyond belief. Y'all just, this drama community is off the damn chain. I don't know how people like
That's what I'm
DeGlaire
always
and
saying, man. I've been saying this since I started doing this. Is the drama community needs to stay the hell away from true crime.
something.
You know,
Something, because, I
and
mean,
now and Molly Golightly is the reason why I've been saying that. Honestly, she is the sole reason why I've been saying it, because she was behind the whole mess. She's the one single-handedly, honestly, who created the snowball, who started the snowball of why the Watts case turned into what it did. She is the one.
That's right. That's right.
She's absolutely the fucking one. Okay.
That's right.
She did the same shit with the Cash Gurning case. The problem was it didn't catch on the way that it did. So between her and Critical K, they turned the Watts case into shit. and
into a
and
freaking shit show.
and destroyed the Ruchek's lives.
Yep. Well, they completely doxed this poor Angela lady. And yes, she's probably wrong for making those cards if she made them for them. But for her to go on live and all her 50-something thousand viewers or subs or whatever to actually think that Angela did not want those fake vaccine cards, come the fuck on.
I mean,
She
you're
wanted.
gonna get like you're gonna get fake vats. See, that's the thing. Let's just say, okay, your reason for not wanting to get vaccinated, right? The reason why is because it's un-American. You can't stand the mandate. I get that.
That's right.
I totally get that. That's okay. But you're a coward if you fake a vaccine card. You're a coward. A fucking coward. Like, what makes you an American if you're anti-vax is to say, no, I'm not getting vaccinated. Because if you want to stop the whole vaccine situation, you want to stop the mandates, the people in numbers is what's going to do that. So you lead somebody with 50,000 fucking subscribers, 50,000.
Yep.
You can absolutely lead everybody and say, you know what? I'm not getting vaccinated. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. And those people who follow your lead might make a wave.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You don't fucking fake a vaccine card because you're not making a difference.
That's right. You and I both know that she was too weak to freaking stand up to that. So she chose to go and do it the underground way. And that goes to show you that the bitch is shady.
Yeah, I mean that's
cowardly.
She's never done shit for me to respect her. Never.
Nope.
Never.
Nope. Cowardly.
And she calls herself a life coach. You know what I mean?
Yep. And at the end of the day, when it all came out, when they needed to dox somebody because they wanted to dox somebody before they got doxed, what it was she didn't want Angela coming out with the damn truth. So she was going to hit it on the forefront.
And anybody who doxes somebody is a fucking coward too. I've never doxed anybody in my fucking life. And I'm never going to dox anybody. I got no reason to do that. I'd rather go toe-to-toe with you on here. That's why I opened my panel. I would rather go toe-to-toe with you on here. If you got something to say and you can prove me wrong, you don't agree with what I'm saying, come up here, speak your mind.
That's right. It's kind of like, you know, like my papa used to say, you know, I mean, if you've got a problem with somebody and it's that bad, I mean, fist fight the bitch over it, you know?
Yeah. That's the reason why I take this shit on. That's the reason why I take this shit on is these people like her, they're making true crime creators and the people like you, like Be Real was talking about earlier, good people who are actually making a difference in social media, being recognized. They're giving us a bad name.
That's right.
We can actually create a good name for YouTubers who are trying to help, who are genuinely trying to help. But you gotta put law enforcement as number one. You know, you gotta put law enforcement as number one. You gotta do that.
That's right. That's right.
You gotta know your role. You gotta know what lane you're supposed to stay in, and you let law enforcement do their job. You create awareness. Your job as a creator is to create awareness, and that's it. That's it.
10-4, you're spot on, Glare. Somebody that you spoke about just a second ago, Be Real. And I've been watching Be Real. Be Real, I see you. And I've been seeing you in a lot of places, and I appreciate
Be Real
you,
has
honey.
a channel?
I don't know if she has a channel, but I've been seeing her in a lot of places over the past 48 hours.
Oh, okay. You've been seeing her in chat. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. And I see her in your chat now. And she's asking, so that was the point of the bogus vax card. If MGL didn't need to get it to fly, then what was the point? Okay. So Be Real. Let me explain something to you in my Southern terms, that the glare can probably put to you in a much more professional term.
Probably not.
All right.
But go ahead.
Okay. So
The
be
last
real.
thing I am is professional.
Y'all pretty much are. Be real. To answer your question, okay, so you gotta put yourself in the mindset of people like Molly Golightly, okay? These kind of narcissistic bitches are already like 10 steps ahead of the average person, okay? And I don't say not just the average person, but
They're marketers, man.
they're marketers. Like they think
They
on
know what
on
the
a
consumer, they know how to play the consumer. That's what somebody who knows how
right,
to make money does. They know
right,
how to play the consumer. They know what the
right,
consumer wants. The job to make money from a consumer is to be a step ahead of the consumer. Know what they want
right,
before they know what they want.
right. Exactly the glare. Okay, so you got to keep in mind, be real, that this lady was already in her heart of hearts, she is anti-vax and she don't want to wear a mask. Okay. So she ultimately, in her heart of hearts, is totally against getting a vaccination and totally against having to wear a mask anywhere she goes. So at the time that all of this was coming to fruition for all of us with this COVID pandemic and all this shit, she happened to come across Angela, who, I mean, I'm just going to call it like it is. I mean, Angela is crafty and does have an art, but they done some stuff on the back burner, and Angela entrusted in her, and Molly Golightly, to be honest with you, what I think happened on the back burner, but this is just me. Look, I grew up in a trailer park in Mississippi, and I'm just going to tell you, I got some street smarts. I know I don't sound like it, but I do. I'm telling you, I would bet my life on what the hell happened. They shared Molly Golightly shared her personal shit with her, as far as the way that she felt about vaccines and shit like that. And Angela could help her with that. And they entrusted in one another at the time. But when the shit went south, when Angela voiced her opinion about something that they were doing wrong, then they tried to dox her. And that's the only thing that they could dox poor Angela on. But I can tell you right now, I'm telling you from my street sense tells me that Molly Golightly asked that woman for those cards, for those fake vaccine cards. And she probably normally would have had to pay for them.
So wait, she asked for the fake vax cards and then doxed her she asked her for the fake vax cards and then doxed her for having fake vax cards.
Because the glare, she was perfectly fine with it. She was perfectly fine with it until Angela spoke her mind about something that she thought that they were doing wrong, which was
I know that. That's what Molly does. That's her MO. I get that. What I'm asking is she asked her for vax cards, right? And then she gave her the fake vax cards, and then when she spoke her mind against Molly Golightly, she decided to dox her about the vax cards, even though she was the one who asked for them. What the fuck is that? That's real? Yeah. That happened?
Yes.
Why does it not surprise me? You
know the glare, I mean? Were you not watching it?
Why the fuck does that not surprise me? That's insane. That's insane. Like
the glare. Listen, I'm not agreeing with what Angela was doing, but I'm telling you, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Oh no, they're all assholes. Like
They're
anybody,
all
listen,
fucking assholes.
anybody who's a devoted fucking fan of Molly Golightly is a fucking idiot and an asshole. I don't care.
Beyond.
Like I hold them just as much accountable as her. And as a matter of fact, I hold them more accountable than her because they support her. They give her money.
Exactly.
They fund her. They fund
They
her
put their
bullshit.
hard-earned money on that shit.
Yeah, her bullshit costs money, and they're the ones that give it to her. So I don't give a fuck. You know, if you're a fucking Molly Golightly supporter, you're a fucking asshole. Period.
That's right.
You're a fucking piece of shit. And
That's
I'm
right.
happy to say it. I'm proud to sit here and call you out and call you a piece of shit. Straight up. I don't care.
But I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, I understand that maybe what Angela provided to her was wrong, but Angela provided it to her free of charge because you got to think about it. I mean, listen, y'all, who wouldn't in these people's world, y'all, in Angela's world and in Molly's world? I mean, Angela's y'all that don't know Angela don't know what she's been through and how she's been doxxed in other communities. And yes, she's wrong for a lot of things. However, she needed an outlet. And that woman at the end of the day is a freaking hustler. Okay, so she's going out and she's telling Angela, oh, no, you don't have to pay me for them. She could have told her, hey, I normally charge $40 a card, but, and y'all, I'm hypothetically speaking here. Let's just say that she said, hey, I normally charge $40 a card, but hey, Molly Golightly, who has 50-something thousand subscribers, I'm not going to charge you for them, okay? Because Molly Golightly at that time, for those of y'all who haven't been following all this crap for a long time, don't really understand this.
Now, I want to address this comment real quick. Christina Cath Christmas Cath is saying Angela is a scam artist. She went after my friend whose son is missing. Poor Angela, my ass. And I agree with her. Now, I don't know about that situation, but if you're making fake vax cards, you're a fucking con artist and you're a fucking asshole. So Angela's just as much of a fucking asshole as Molly Golightly. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. My point is like, if you support Molly Golightly just because you had a falling out with her, all of a sudden when you're not on her side, it doesn't make you a good person. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
That's right. The glare, can I please tell? I can't see the chat. I want everybody in the chat to know that anybody who has ever been done wrong by Angela or MGL or any of these people in this true crime / drama community, I'm not making excuses for any of them whatsoever. I'm just pointing out the facts as I know them. Okay. I hate what they have done to any of y'all on a personal level, but I'm just trying to point out, I mean, y'all, we've got bigger, I don't say bigger fish to fry because I know when it comes to your family member, that's your biggest fish. But y'all, we've got, after the past 48 hours, we've got to meet this shit head on.
Yeah,
we're
being
faced with some stuff, y'all. We're trying to bring some truth to light here. We're being faced with some junk, y'all. What's going on? I don't know if a lot of y'all saw it. I know that the glare did because we watched it I don't say together, but kind of between 11 p.m. Friday night into Saturday morning until the last 24 hours. We watched that crap play out, and we secured the glare to not watch it.
Let me correct you. It's been a lot longer than 24 hours because we've been doing this for weeks, you know, and there's some of us that have been covering the Summer Wells case since she went missing in June. So it's been a lot longer than that.
No, the glare. When what I'm speaking about is specifically on what happened in the last 48 hours.
Right. No, I get you. I get what you're saying. But what bothers me about that is it shouldn't have taken that long. It shouldn't have been that long. It shouldn't have been that long. No. It shouldn't have taken her. That's my point. It shouldn't have taken her, you know, committing a felony of filming a little girl without her mom's or her permission for us to get this angry about it. Because I've been
That's
this
right.
angry. I've been this angry. You
Well,
know,
at the
I've been this
glare,
angry. Crude AF has been this angry. Burnt Toast has been this angry. You know, and John, God knows John's been this angry. John actually was friends with her at one point, and he saw her for what she was. And I'm talking at least a year ago.
really?
You know what I mean? Yeah. John is probably one of the biggest victims of Molly Golightly that I've ever fucking heard of in my life. And I know he wouldn't like me calling him a victim, to be honest, but he's put up with her shit. You know, he's put up with her shit. And it bothers me that it takes that much. That's my point, is I don't like that it takes something this extreme, because what's next now? What's next? Because she still had 1,000 people watching her when I was streaming this bullshit that I got on the screen right now, which I'm going to take right off anyway, because I don't give a shit what she's saying anymore. But
that's right. But the glare, I'm gonna try to, and y'all, I'm so sorry that I got us off on a tangent, but I'm trying to give people a little bit of the back burner on how this Molly Golightly and her crew is not all that in a box of chocolates. They're hypocritical. They are tit for tat and all that shit. But at the end of the day, over the last 48 hours, what has really rang true to me is what the hell happened in that church. And the glare, I don't know how to express this, because we cannot show what you and I and several others saw in the wee hours of the morning. We cannot replay that for a lot of these people that didn't see it. But this shit needs to stop.
I mean, it's not gonna until like YouTube takes their channel down. You know what I mean? And I'm not the type to report or anything like that. I'm just not. You know what I mean? But I have faith that it might happen, because it happened to Critical K. K, YouTube finally got sick of her shit and was just like, dude, you're done. Get the fuck out of here. And we haven't heard a word from her since. She tried to start a second channel. YouTube was like, we know who you are. Get the fuck out of here. And then her second channel got shut down like in a second. And then she tried to do TikTok. Nobody gives a fuck about her on TikTok. You know, so she's done. She's done.
Yeah, because they saw that bitch's URL. But I'm gonna tell you something. The glare, listen. I don't know if you noticed this or not, because after a while, into the wee hours of the morning, I don't know if you went to bed or what. You may have still been working, but there were several of us that was still up in another chat. But between 4 a.m. this morning and 10:30 a.m. this morning, our time in Mississippi, that bitch took that shit down. And it was within a few hours.
She took it down. She only took it down because her followers were turning on her. That's it.
But no,
like how many times have we been going over these fucking things? Me, Crude AF, Burnt Toast. We've been going over her live streams, and then she's just like, she always goes, if you guys are gonna be assholes, I'm just not gonna go live. I'm just gonna not go live. And it's like, you know what? Promise.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what I noticed from my standpoint, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not sleep for hours because I was so livid. If you remember seeing me in chats, I was like, I'm so livid. I can't. My blood is boiling. How fast can I get over there? You know, I mean, it was just 4 hours away from me at the time, but I was like, fuck, I can't go in. I mean, I've got a family. I can't go and get put in jail, but I wanted to,
like, I'm here in Knoxville. You don't think
I wanted to beat
grab
that bitch's ass.
You don't think I want to grab JLR by his fucking ear? You know,
Shit.
like straight up, just fucking grab him by his ear like a little fucking kid back in the fucking 20s and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I would
Please.
love to be able to do that, but I can't do that shit because I know that that's what he wants me to do. Because
That's exactly what they want us to do. They're
Right.
provoking. They're trying
Right.
to provoke all of us. They're trying to provoke the whales and us anti-protesters against them.
That's the
They're
only
trying to
reason I want to
provoke
talk
us.
to Don. That's the only reason I want to talk to Don. Is to be like, dude, like whatever fun happens, don't fucking engage.
Don't do it.
Whatever
Don't do it.
happens, dude, don't engage. Because their
Don't
only
engage.
goal is to get you locked up and take credit for it. That's all they
right.
want. That's all they want.
All they want is to see them behind bars. They don't give a damn whether. Here's the thing.
They don't give a fuck about Summer.
They
don't care.
don't give a shit about Summer. They don't give a damn whether Don or Candace Wells is behind bars for Summer's disappearance. They just want them behind bars. What they're trying to get them to do is to come out to the end of the road and beat their ass or shoot them,
Right.
or harm them in any kind of way so that they can go to jail. They don't give a shit what the reason's for. They just want them to go to freaking jail.
You know what? Like, I heard it was a flare gun. Like, I would have loved to see that shit land on somebody's head. I would have loved to see that shit. I'm not even trying to lie. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
That's right. That's right. I
Hold
mean,
on.
they
I'm getting
shit.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Glare, I'm no, it's okay. I'm sorry to be over speaking
No,
you.
you're
I'm
good.
so
You're
sorry.
good.
I've just been passionate about this, especially. I mean, I've been passionate about this for a while, but the last 48 hours, I'm telling you, the Glare, I cannot. I mean, like, I can't keep quiet any longer. I am over this shit. These people need to go down. And I don't know how else to put it to people. And the Glare, can I share something with you?
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. I gotta pull something up here. But go ahead. My mod is sending me something, but I don't know what it is, and I don't even know if I can share it.
No, you go ahead. I want you to be on that because your mods take care of you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. My mods are the best mods ever. I went through 3 teams of mods, and the team I have right now, I'm like so grateful for.
As you
but
should
I don't
be.
know what I'm looking at. I don't have any idea what the fuck I'm looking at. They sent me something, and I'm like, okay. Okay, what is this?
Is it text?
Well, it's Twitter messages, and I'm guessing that they were sent via Twitter so that I can share them, but I don't want to assume that. But I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't understand what I'm looking at here.
Well, the Glare, you may need to look at that and check it out. You're smart. You're a smart guy. You know what to do.
No, but I don't know. I mean, it's a text thread, but I don't know who it's from or what. So Cherry, I need you to message me and explain what I'm looking at and whether or not I can share it. And if I'm going to share it, why am I sharing it? So please.
That's right.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and let you off here. Liaison, thank you so much.
I appreciate your professionalism. And I could say 10,000 things more, but y'all, please do your research and I encourage you to watch everybody's videos as to what in the hell is going on. If you can't see that the Glare, Burnt Toast, John Rhimes, I mean, how many of these other creators
it's crimes, not John Rhimes, John Crimes.
John Crimes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
That don't want shit in return for this. Y'all.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Y'all want to donate, I'll take it. Y'all want to donate, I'll take it. But there's certain situations where I'm just like, I don't feel right taking money. You know what I mean? Like, last night I did not feel right taking money.
You were beyond classy in the overnight hours. and you were pretty shook, like you were heartfelt, and I felt that for you, and I appreciate what you done. I was
That
I
means
was
a lot.
looking at
Thank
you,
you.
and I was lurking for a while, and I didn't follow you for about 3 weeks, but after that I became a follower, and you handled it the right way, because at the end of the day, that's what really freaking mattered, because those of us that saw that video knew the truth.
Yeah,
And
there was a long
I
time.
appreciate the stance that you took.
There was a long time that I was doing this and I wasn't monetized for a long time. Like, even though I had like more subscribers, many more subscribers that made me qualified, but because of COVID, it was fucked up. Because of COVID, because what happens is you go through a company, you go through a branch of Google called
Yeah.
AdSense to get paid through YouTube, right?
Yes, I
And
know.
the way that works is AdSense sends you a PIN number through the mail, right?
Yep.
Physically through the mail. And because of COVID, like I went like over a year without getting that PIN number sent to me, even though I requested it like 10 times. And then finally it happened. But I still kept going. I wasn't going to be like, well, I'm not monetized, so why do this? There's no way. Like I just kept fucking doing it because I love doing this, and I love the interaction with my listeners, you know, and with other creators. I love this. I love this.
Well, I appreciate everything that you're doing.
Thank you. I
appreciate,
appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you coming on panel.
And can I please say that I appreciate over the last 48 hours the way that you and other creators, Cam and Alley, John Crimes, Burnt Toast, and even oh God, what's his name? Help me out.
John Crimes.
The other guy. No.
Oh, Crude AF.
Crude AF. I appreciate the way that all of y'all have stuck together in the last 48 hours to bring some shit to light.
I plan on having a great interaction with them, a tight interaction with them. I'm going to bring somebody else on. Thank you.
I have hard respect for y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Hillbilly Nitro USA.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? I'm a Knoxville boy, so I'm
You're a Knoxville boy? All right.
Yeah, I'm like just a couple of miles from the scammers. So I'm right down the road
where?
from them. From the scammers. I'm just a few miles down the road from the scammers.
Oh, okay. All right.
In the hood. They're staying in the hood.
Yeah. Okay. You know, what's funny is I don't get out much, and I'm not even that familiar with this area at all. You know.
Yeah, they're like staying dead in the middle of the hood. When I seen the video, I was like, I know exactly where that's at. I knew the building in the background. So I'm pretty sure that see what happened, man, is the next morning after they got here in Knoxville, I had the little idea. I was like, I'm gonna try to get an interview with them. I was gonna hound them on the facts, you know,
right?
Because they had no facts. I was gonna say, what facts have you brought to this case? Which is none.
None. Zero. Zip. Nothing.
She's like, I was in Blowhorn Betty's chat, so
did
I
she
asked
boot
if I
you?
could get an interview. She's like, well, we'll have to meet up and all this and that because we don't trust people. I was like, well, I know where you're at. I got your address. I mean, I know where you're at.
Oh, you're gonna love this, homie. Now that you're up here, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, because I just got.
Okay. I thought you were just gonna say something. Anyways,
no, go ahead while I pull this up. But I just got some.
You sound like a stalker. You know where I'm at. What do you mean you know where I'm at? I'm like, you're in my city. I grew up. You're in the neighborhood I grew up. I mean, I know exactly where you're at. And her chat started calling me a creep and all this and that. And I was like, it ain't worth giving them the attention. Not worth giving them the attention. So I got like 15,000 subscribers. So
Nice.
and and after that I was like, I'm not gonna give them the attention. And what else was I gonna say? I'm trying to shut the dogs up here.
Yeah, I usually have that problem, but I'm lucky that I don't have it right now. All right, so check it out, homie. So right now, what I got, and I'm showing on the screen, I got text messages between voices for the voiceless, voices for the voiceless, and Molly Golightly regarding the Vax cards. So, let's see right here. Sounds like you can take a photo of your card, and it'll work as proof. Oh my God, for real? How can you get me one? Okay, that's got to be Molly Golightly, because Molly Golightly is the one who received the card. So here we go. Oh my God, this is fucking gold. I'm glad you're up here, man. Oh my God, for real? How can I get one? I don't have the card. All right. It sucks because I can't hit an arrow and go to the next one. I'll pay you when I get home. So she was willing to pay for a fake Vax card. Molly Golightly was willing to pay for a fake Vax card. And it says here, whenever Voices says, whenever it keeps the postage covered for the next mailing, would you like a sneak peek of your Violet card? Okay. And
this Voices chick supposedly used her Vax card number on these cards.
I mean, that's fucking crazy, dude. This is fucking fraud, man.
The Voices chick is supposedly vaccinated, and she used her Vax number. And
I wonder if the FBI would be interested in this.
They might. So, I mean, I'm sure sure people probably already reported them, but.
Molly Golightly saying, I'll send you money. She gave her address. She's saying, I'll send you money if you want. I never turn down funds. Couple of little con asses. And so Molly's like, okay. And she says, I have PayPal. That is easier. Holy shit. This is gross. Let's see. What is your address? I will send you a gift. That's Molly Voices. What is your address? I'll send you a gift. And then she says, oh, thank you. So kind. And then Molly says, okay, thumbs up. Mail has officially left 3 to 5 days. Okay, so she sent the cards. She's in
on it then. She's in on that.
Oh my God, no, this is not a victim. This is a fucking asshole. They're both assholes. I am working on a card for Jake for his scout achievement. Molly says, oh my God. What's funny is, yes, Tiffany said she did want to card, LOL. All right, I'm happy to make her some. You can give her my number. Only a fucking idiot would share these fucking screenshots. Jesus Christ.
There's a paper trail right there.
They're so they're so prosecutable, both of them. Why the fuck do I have these screenshots?
I mean, if she didn't want the cards, she wouldn't have
kept them. You gotta love America, man. So
if she didn't want those cards, she wouldn't have kept them.
Does Adrian need one? I don't know who the fuck Adrian is.
No, I don't either.
And then, Molly, why did they redact everything but Molly's last name? But at least we know it's her because her last name is known. So it doesn't matter. I'm not doxing her. Okay, I'll get it done. These will mail out tomorrow. Could I ask a favor? Could you send me your favorite photo of Violet, please? I'd like to make you one of my I don't know what that means. What country do you live in? Because you want your local country public health office, 3/31/21. Perfect. Thank you. Back to work. You made a great choice of Moderna. Minimal side effects. Felt awful for 12. Wow. They're plotting this shit. God, this is gross. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. This is fucking gross. Did I skip one? Hold on. I think I skipped one. Hold on. Moderna, minimal side effects, felt awful for 12 hours and woke up feeling just fine. Oh, wow, dude. What?
That's intent right there. They're talking about that's intent.
It's absolute intent. It's not even intent. It's like they did it. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is intent. That's what it boils down to, is intent. It's true.
She's trying to say that she had nothing to do with it. She just sent them to her and she knew nothing about them and all this other that. But she just happened to keep them and all this
oh my
shit.
God, thank you. You are very welcome. Please don't out me, pinky swear.
They're scammers, man. Scammers and cons and flim flam artists. That's what they are.
I love the I love the code of honor between fucking con people, dude. she says, you are very welcome. Don't out me, pinky swear. And Molly Golightly is like, of course. And then she says, I got the vax so people with families would not have to. Wow, dude. So she's a martyr, by the way. She's a fucking martyr. Wow, dude.
Well, here's one thing about him. I seen today.
Holy
I don't know if you were playing this earlier, but they're all bragging about the charity they done today. Here's one thing about charity. Charity is done silently, or else the charity is you. If you go bragging about your charity. So she's the charity. Because they supposedly donated some food to a food bank up there in Rogersville or Hawkins.
Of course, they film themselves fucking doing it.
Yeah, they do. There's the type of people that go to homeless shelters and film themselves making meals. That's what they are.
Oh my God, dude. I can't believe that they fucking sat there and fucking this. You gotta love the irony, bro. You gotta love it. You gotta love the irony of like reading text messages between people committing a crime and then going, hey, don't out me, pinky swear, and I'm the fucking one reading it. Like, that's fucking fantastic. Like, I love I love this shit.
That's what's drawn me into it's the fucking hypocrisy. They're hypocrites.
Oh yeah,
they are
and
what they say they're
unaware
against.
of themselves, like oblivious to themselves. It's crazy.
And the blowback Betty, you can see why she has DM charges or DV charges and assault charges for strangulation and all this stuff in her past.
And her story,
her anger in her chats.
You can see the anger in her face even when she's smiling, dude. Like, I've dealt with abusive women before. You can see the anger in her face even when she's smiling. She is a generally angry person, and she's somebody who does not take accountability for anything. So when you see her, and it's really funny because when you see her talk about it and people confront her and go, oh my God, like, did you do that? Did that happen? She denies it and says, I'm an abuse victim. I'm like Gabby Petito, where I took the fall for being abused. You know, I told the police that I was the one who abused, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, that's not what happened, because Gabby Petito didn't tell a cop that she was going to kill him when she got out of jail. Gabby Petito didn't threaten cops. Gabby Petito didn't threaten the person that she was with while right in front of a cop, because it's in the police report. The police report, like the police reports what they saw and heard. It's evidence. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and their biggest cry right now is, why aren't these Wells in jail? Why haven't they been arrested and all this stuff? If the Wells are guilty, here's how it goes. The police are not going to arrest them until they have them. If they have the evidence, they would not arrest them until they can put them on trial. Because once you arrest somebody, that starts the process. And then
people don't understand that.
You have a right to a speedy and fair trial.
People think
starts as soon as you're arrested.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, it doesn't start when you're arrested. It starts in collecting evidence that will lead to a conviction. Then they arrest you. That's what happens.
And when they arrest you, there's a time frame that they have to take you to court.
Right.
And if they don't have evidence, then they're screwed. Petty stuff, they lawyer up, and they wouldn't talk. Like they're out here talking right now. So TBI, if they actually suspect them, they're eating it up right now. They're eating it
Right.
up that Don Wells is talking. So if
Right.
they arrest him, he's going to lawyer up, and he's not going to be able to talk. First thing a lawyer is going to do is say, "Do not talk."
Exactly. Exactly. And he would have gotten a lawyer already by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's already been arrested for a DUI. Like think about it. If they honestly felt, let's be honest here. Let's look at all the past cases cuz I've been covering crime cases for a while, right? Let's look
Right.
at all the past cases that I've covered. Now, what happens when they don't have enough to pin, or what happens when they need a confession? When all they have is a confession, right? We
Right.
don't have enough evidence. The only thing that we can rely on is a confession, right? They've had Don in jail multiple times since Summer disappeared. You're going to tell me, and he's out like the next day. You know what I mean? He's out the next day. You're going to tell me that those guys, if they suspected him of anything, they wouldn't have used the excuse of a DUI to interrogate the shit out of him for as long as they possibly could? He's out like the next day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they would have drilled him. They would have drilled him.
Yep.
Like
And what a
it
lot of
makes no
people don't
sense.
understand. I've lived here in Tennessee my whole life. The TBI, they don't fuck around. They do not
No,
screw around with anybody.
I follow the
involved with.
TBI on Twitter,
So-
dude. I follow the TBI on Twitter, and they are always posting Amber Alerts. They are always posting missing people, and they are always posting found safe. Found safe. They have a hell of a
TBI is
track
not
record.
incompetent.
Right. They're not incompetent at all. At all. And they're not complicit. Not at all. So it blows my mind that these idiots, it doesn't even blow my mind. You know what I mean? Like they're idiots. You know, it's just, it blows my mind that people
Yeah, my
follow them
mind's
and
already
listen
been
to
blowed
them.
with them.
Right.
My mind has already been blowed with them because the stupid shit they do, and it's all for money. You've said it a million times. I've
Yeah.
thought it a million times. It's a money game.
Right. And the people that are giving them money just don't want to hear it, and they want to keep giving them money. You know, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's like a Twilight Zone shit.
No matter which way this case falls, they're going to claim victory. No matter which way it is, they're going to say, "Oh, it was because of us." If
Yeah,
some
exactly.
big tip gets leaked out or somebody comes forward, they're going to claim, "Oh, we brought the heat to town. It was because of us."
Right.
And
That's why I am like at this point, every small creator, like big creator, small creator, doesn't matter. Any creator that makes a video exposing these idiots, I'm reposting it. Like I'm sharing it. Anyone that I come across, I'm sharing it because fuck them, man. You know what I mean? Like the word needs to be spread how fraudulent they are.
But I was literally going to do a video. I was going to try to get an interview. Are you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay, my mic went dead. But anyways, I was literally going to try to get an interview with them and hound them on facts. All the speculation they've brought out and gossip. That's what they've brought. I was going to hound them. I was going to ask them, what are the facts you've brought? Because they say they've brought all these facts and information. But I thought about it. I was like, I'm not bringing them to my platform, give them a spotlight, and all these people are starting to jump on them. So I was like, I'm backing off of them. They're not worth it.
Oh, I offered on Twitter, I offered JLR a mic on my channel. I would love to have him on my channel, but he won't do it. He won't do it. He says it's because he doesn't want to give me clout.
Man. He's a creeper.
Right. He says he won't. He doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to give me clout. But I have more subscribers than he does. I have double the subscribers that he does. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to give me clout. I'm going to give him clout. You know what I mean? Like, I'm offering to do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm more than happy to fucking, but the whole point, this is why but the real reason why he won't do it is because he knows I'm going to shut him the fuck down. He knows I'm going to prove him to be a fraud. He knows, he listens to what I'm doing. He listens to everything that I'm doing. I guarantee you, her or him, Molly Go
He's a
Lightly.
racist. He's a con artist. He's everything.
Yeah. And he knows I'll expose him.
He's the definition of a con.
He knows I'll expose him. He knows it. He knows it. He's a fucking coward and a pussy. Fuck him. But
and I on what you said on another chat, you was like, I could go. You was gonna go counter protest him, and you didn't know, like, maybe he would pull some fake shit on you, and you know, claim some false stuff on you, and that stuff went exactly through my mind too.
Yeah, no,
you never know what
and I wasn't thinking about because I was pissed, man. I was pissed because I was like, how dare they protest the TBI, blah blah blah, you know, and I was looking at them and looking at the whole Gabby Petito situation, comparing it to that, you know what I mean? And then I thought about it. All it took was for me to actually think about it, and I was like, these motherfuckers are not. There's not going to be anybody there. Lo and behold, guess what happened? They go out there and they're protesting in front of fucking nobody. You know what I mean? Like, so how would I have looked? Like, at the last minute, I called
a Tennessee Highway Patrol officer.
Well, it was a Homeland Security officer
sitting out there watching them for their safety.
Right. Yeah.
And he wasn't Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Well, there was a Homeland Security officer that approached them and we're like, can you guys move to this part? And we support what you're doing and blah, blah, blah. But can you move to there? You know what I mean? But like, if I would have went out there and I was the only one out there, think about it. Think about it. If I was the only one that went out there, I would have came off as the aggressor. I would have went to jail.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No matter what happened,
they would have played victim as they do.
Jail. They would have played victim, right? They would have came off like I attacked them.
Mentality.
I would have came off like I attacked them physically and I was impeding on their First Amendment rights and I'm a hypocrite on the First Amendment, blah, blah, blah. We actually support the First Amendment, you know, but I was at the last minute, I thought about all this and I was talking to my mod, you know, I was talking to Cherry and I was like, dude, now that I think about it, you know, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea, you know? And she was like, and you know, she was all for it. You know, she was like, you know, super supportive. And then I was like, you know, when I explained it, she was like, that fucking makes a lot of sense. You're right. Like, that's a bad idea. You know, like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm going to go out there and pick a fight with this dude. I'm going to be an aggressor. You know, if I go out there and I get in his face, like I said, I was going to do, I'm the aggressor. You know, like I would have done that. Yep. I would have done that if he was in front of, you know, 100 people and, you know, or even fucking, let's say 5 people, 10 people, you know, whatever. And, you know, I could have done that, whatever. And, you know, I would have been expressing my First Amendment rights too. But if I would have done that in that situation, in the videos that we've seen of them being out there, if I would have gotten in their face, it would have came off like I was attacking them and looking for trouble. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have came off like a counter protest. It would have came off like an attack, you know? And, you know, after all the shit that I talked, you know, after the fact that this guy fucking doxed my family on Twitter, it would have came off like motive if something would have happened. You know what I mean? Like I had a premeditated, you know, so I had to think about that. And then once I thought about it, I was like, oh, this is exactly what he wants. You know, he wants to play victim. And if I would have went out there and fucking smacked the shit out of him.
That's what his whole deal was. Right. Doing the videos in front of the house and shit.
Right.
Is whether the other people in the house wanted the address given out, he wanted it out.
Yeah, I would have gotten nothing done.
Attention over there.
Right. I would have got nothing done but fed their narrative. I would have got nothing done but fed their cause and what they were trying to do and made it stronger and better. You know what I mean? That's all that would have happened.
Yep.
And I know, like, I see people in chat going,
I can't wait to see
we would
this
have bailed
video
you
that
out, blah, blah,
Prue
blah.
comes
But
out with.
I would have still had a charge. I I don't want an assault charge.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I want to like drag this dude around by his fucking ear, I don't want an assault charge. Like, I'm not a fucking piece of shit like these people are. You know what I mean?
Yep. I value my freedom and my rights. You know,
Right.
my YouTube channel was basically founded on the Second Amendment stuff. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of the videos I do. So, and that's why I
What's
still
your
think the
channel,
Wells,
man?
You know, they have a right. Hillbilly Nitro USA.
It's the same. All right.
I do gun reviews and stuff like that.
All right.
Do
Now,
what?
I know a lot of people in my chat, there, or at least a few people, may not agree with it, but if one of my mods can search for that and drop the link in the chat, I would really appreciate it. Because I'd like to see you,
Thank you,
do
man.
well, and I appreciate your support too, and coming on here. So
yeah, I just started watching you the past few days, man. I just found you the past few days.
yeah, well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
If you ever need anybody to come on with you, chat with you, man, don't even sweat it to holler at me, man.
Right on. Yeah, I'm big on the Second Amendment as well, actually. I'm real big on that. I
basically
love that.
do gun. I'm basically a gun collector, I guess you would say. I collect
God damn,
guns and
Cherry's
knives, and
fast,
I do other
man.
kind of hobby stuff on there too.
Cherry's a fucking monster, man. She's fast as shit. She already dropped that link in the chat. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, man. I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing your thoughts with me, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. I look forward to future conversations with you. I do.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely, if you drop the links again, man, I'll be tuning into you, man. I like your channel, so.
Thanks, man.
Good
Thanks.
chatting with you.
Means a lot.
Wish it was on a better topic of not scammers, but that's how it goes.
It is how it goes. I mean, this is the truth is, this is at the end of the day, this is about Summer Wells, and we want her to be found. We don't want to get in the way of the law enforcement investigators that are, charged with the responsibility and trained properly to find her and get answers. I don't want people getting in the way of that. That's all this is about. That's all this is about is getting answers. But we got to know our place, man, and let TBI and let Hawkins County Sheriff's Department do what they do. You know what I mean? But hey, thanks a lot, man.
I don't doubt TBI is not on their P's and Q's with this case. I do not doubt it because I know they do not play.
Yeah, I don't doubt it for one second. I never did. Not once. I never did. I never did. You follow them on Twitter and you know all you need to know. Honestly, you get all the reassurance you need. But
the
hey,
wheels
thanks
of
a lot,
justice
man.
turn slow sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
The wheels of justice
it
turn
takes
slow
time to collect
but they
evidence.
are turning.
Right. It takes time to collect evidence, man. That's how it is. But
cool,
hey,
man. Well, have a good night, man. Good chatting with you, and I'll talk at you again, man.
Yeah, we will. Guarantee. All right. Take care, man.
Okay, man. See you, man.
Bye. Yeah, man. So, man, good panelists tonight, right? Good panelists tonight. Be Real was cool. And Louisiana. I already forgot her name, but she was great. Jesus Christ. I feel bad that I forgot her name. It's only because it was complicated. But she was cool as hell. And Mr. Harlan, I see you back there, man. I'm sorry I kept you waiting all night, man. I just wanted different people up here. Hold on, let me lad you on. Hey, dude, I love you. You know I love you, man.
Right now. I was just working today, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're on!"
Yeah, I left you hanging back there a lot because
You're all right.
you know, I wanted different people on here
It's
for
probably a
change.
good thing too. I should sleep.
You should sleep, but I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to let you know that publicly. But I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight. I love you, brother.
Hey, no problem. Who knows? Maybe one of these dingbats will get punched. Maybe one of these scammers will get punched, or somebody will get something. Because if they keep walking around, I can guarantee you, someone's gonna walk up to them and go, "Give me your fucking money, or you're dead." Somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna do it. And we're gonna see it all over the news. We're gonna see it. Somebody's gonna do it.
Maybe
one of them's gonna have a fit, and they're like, "I want my money back. I want my money back."
Maybe. All right, man. I love you, dude. We'll talk soon. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Be good, brother.
Yep. I always do.
Yeah, guys. Hey, for everybody who logged in tonight, man, and all the panelists, man, I'm really grateful for you guys. And everybody who's subscribed, and everybody who's super chatted, and and shown support. I really appreciate it. I feel like I went really late. I don't even know if I hope if Cam and Allie are still live, man, please go back there. Please go over there and check them out. Do a Glera raid over there. So if Cam and Allie are still live, man, go check them out, please. Shut up. Yeah, suck up, shut up. I love Cherry. She's great. But yeah, man. Yeah, hit that like button and make sure to share this, and make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And become a member, man. Become a member. I really appreciate everybody. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I love you guys. We will do this again very, very, very soon, my friend.